A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Five bells. Stand by all stations.
Attention, all districts. A 5-alarm fire. 5 bells. Move in immediately.
That's it. Let's roll. Let's go. Firefighters.
Presenting Firefighters, the true-to-life story of our unsung heroes who stand ready to ride by day or night against our most murderous enemy, the demon of fire. In just a minute, we'll hear the outcome of Chief Cody's talk with Tim Collins and the Chief's warning that Tim had better watch out for trouble from Polecat and Scrubby. But before we listen in on Tim's answer, here's something you'd like to know. Let's go, firefighters. Let's go to Chief Cody's office at Fire Department headquarters, where, as you remember, the Chief has asked Tim Collins to outline the accident in which Engine 209 was involved.
Now, just to keep the record straight, Collins, you've handed me the report that Lieutenant Greenspan wrote up.
Everything's in that report, Chief Cody.
I want to hear it now as you saw it happen yourself.
Oh, well, sir, responding to an alarm, we were rolling along the boulevard. At the corner where Hickman Street crosses, Gonigal slammed on his brakes.
Good man, Gonigal. Never takes a needless chance. Go on.
Yes, sir. A moment later, well, I was on the rear step of Engine 209. I couldn't see what Gonigal was stopping for. But a moment later, there was a slight collision.
That's when this other car's fender was ripped off.
That's it, Chief. The other car shot out of Hickman Street, crossed right in front of us.
Great black billows of smoke. Was the driver insane?
I don't know, sir. Maybe worse.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, I'll tell you, sir. When Lieutenant Greenspan saw no great damage was done, he ordered me to drop off the engine and went on to the scene of the fire.
Perfectly correct. He used good sense. His duty was to get to that fire, as long as his engine could operate or he had a man left in his crew. All right, go on.
Oh, well, sir, then I got the names of the driver of that car and the man who was with him.
Man, you say? These aren't just crazy, reckless kids, then, huh?
Grown men, sir, in their 20s. A couple of hoodlums. And that's why I say they're worse than insane, Chief.
Yes, I see what you're getting at. They know the damage they could do. They knew the chance they were taking, making a dash in front of a fire engine. A couple of tough guys.
Oh, well, yes, sir. They were sort of tough until... Well, I talked to them a little.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid I got a little tough with them myself, Chief.
Good. Wish I'd been there.
Well, Chief, that's all there was to it. Now it's up to the department to press charges of reckless driving.
And you can be sure the department will follow through, Collins. But watch yourself.
Sir?
You're on which platoon at Company 209, Collins?
Third, sir. I'll be sleeping at the firehouse starting tonight.
Well, then on your way to the firehouse, Collins, you'd better keep to the well-lighted streets for a while.
Oh, you think those hoodlums might hold a grudge. Don't worry, Chief. I can take care of myself.
I know you can, boy. But don't forget, a rat fights best in the dark. And these two are rats.
Now, Chief Cody is speaking more truly than he knows, because at that very moment, the two men he is discussing with Tim Collins are holding a discussion of their own. Near the front of a shabby pool room in the low quarter of the city, Polecat is telling his pal Scrubby.
Listen, I tell you, there ain't no mistake. This guy Collins, he goes on night duty tonight.
The big, fat-headed, flat-footed... like to busted my arm.
There ain't no mistake, 'cause my old lady knows the night watchman over to the bakery across from the firehouse, see? And tonight, this Collins, his gang goes on night duty.
Now, look, we get some guys together, see? And Collins, he's coming along the street near the firehouse, you see? And one of the boys goes up to him and he says, pardon me, buddy, you got a match? Say, then we...
Nah.
No, listen. We beat up on him, see?
No.
Listen, we ain't gonna let him get away with it, almost busting our arms, the two of us.
You want he should bust our neck, too? That guy plays rough.
Well, the other guys, they can soften him up first.
What other guys? Who's going to trust us? Or us trust them so nobody goes and stools to the cops? Ain't we got enough? This Collins is going to hang a reckless driving rap on me.
Well...
Listen, let me talk. I got the idea. Only we need dough.
Dough. We always need dough.
Yeah, but this time we got to have it fast. You got to ask your married sister, Margie. She'll give you some dough, see?
No, Polecat. Not again.
Okay, you don't want to square up with this Collins guy. Okay, I'll do it alone.
How?
What do you care how? You ain't going along. Not unless you get some dough off your married sister, Margie.
Listen, my married sister, Margie's husband, he says, okay, she can let me sack up at that joint, he says, but no dough. Now, the next time I touch Margie for a piece of change, he says I'm out.
Look, where's your sister, Margie, keep the house money?
He don't even hide it. The guy she married, the big lug, any dough that's missing, he says I get my neck busted, and he will, too.
What a dope.
Ain't he?
No, I mean you. What a dope.
Me?
Look, don't nobody else live in that tenement, only you and your married sister, Margie, and that lug she married? Ain't there no neighbors?
So what?
So the house money gets took. Who done it?
Me.
No. The neighbors, Scrubby, the neighbors.
Hey, maybe it would work. It's one I never tried yet.
Sure, the neighbors. Tell them it's the neighbors took the dough.
Come on, let's get going.
Hey, wait. Where's the guy that runs this pool room?
Gimpy? He's down back at the pool tables. He's watching the guys at the tables. They shouldn't tear the cloth.
Look, the cigar case ain't locked. The door's sticking open.
Take it easy now. Just kind of stroll past.
He won't miss a handful, maybe. Got him, Scrubby?
Come on outside. Hop in the car and...
Hey, you! Let alone the cigars!
Beat it!
Boy, that car don't start up fast.
Stop it, Chief! Stop it!
Don't jump in the lake!
Don't never come back!
Don't worry, we won't never come back.
We shouldn't have let him see us back with the cigar.
What's the odds? What can he do to us? Give me one.
We got no time now. We got to get to your married sister Margie's dough and buy gas for the crate and fix it where we'll meet tonight.
Yeah, sure, but you ain't told me yet.
What ain't I told you yet? I told you all you need to know.
Oh, yeah. You never said what it is we're going to do tonight. How we're going to get even with that guy Collins. And him pounding his ear safe in his bed in a firehouse.
Aha, that's it. He ain't going to pound nowhere in no bed tonight. That's the point.
Hours later, as the city sleeps, a dim figure lurks in the dark doorway. As the sound of a distant motor is heard approaching, the skulking figure moves out onto the sidewalk.
Scrubby, is that you?
Who else?
Get in.
Thought you'd never get here. What are we going to do?
Seen any cops?
A scout car went by just after 12. They never seen me.
We'll pull into an alley and talk.
Now, look out you don't run into a dead-end alley. We don't want to get boxed in.
I know these alleys like I know my own face in a mirror. Here, this'll do.
Hey, this is the alley behind Poinahan's Grill. I seen a box in the corner, the fire alarm box.
Yeah, that's why we come in here.
Are we going to bust into Poinahan's or set it on fire? Hey, that's an idea. We go around setting fires.
Pipe down. Let me do the thinking, Scrubby. Listen, Collins and them others. Do you know how they sleep in them firehouses?
Sure, same as any place else, ain't it?
Yeah, sure, but when the alarm comes in, you know what happens when the alarm comes in?
How would I know? Since when I've been a fireman sleeping in a firehouse?
Well, listen then. There's this here big gong, see? It rings. And then the lights in the room where the guys are sleeping, the lights will go on. So all over the city, see, when the alarm comes in, up they get, slide down the pole, and climb on the fire wagon.
Yeah? Suppose it ain't for them.
Then they go back upstairs and hit the hay again. That's what the night watchman tells my old lady, the night watchman across from engine 209 at the bakery, see?
I'm getting cold. You know, it's cold tonight. I don't like sitting here.
You'll get hot enough soon, Scrubby.
Well, what are we going to do, Polecat?
False alarms.
Hey.
How do you like that?
Boy.
Sounds good, huh?
Yeah, but they'll catch us.
With me driving this crate, don't worry. Cops or firemen or nothing. I don't care what. Nobody don't catch me, not when I know these back alleys like I know my own face.
Oh, man.
Now, you ain't sorry you bagged your married sister Margie's house money, huh? Even if the guy she marries catches wild.
Oh, the heck with him. When do we start, Polecat?
Well, what's keeping you?
Huh?
The box, you dope, the box. Back where he turned into this alley.
Oh, sure, the alarm box. Oh, boy. They'll think it's Poinahan's burning up.
Go pull a box, Scrubby. I'll get set for the getaway.
Here goes.
Make it fast.
This is rich, boy. Oh, is this ever rich?
In less than a minute after Scrubby slips out of the car to set Polecat's wicked plan in motion, at the dormitory of Company 209, as in every fire department dormitory in the city, Lights flash on. Great gongs tear the firemen from sleep.
Turn out! Come on, Gonigal, you want it on the telephone. Come on, out of my way. Let me hit that pole, Gonigal.
On the pole.
All right, 112. That's us. First two on the call board.
All clear.
All aboard. Let's go.
So Engine Company 209 rolls to its first alarm. As Chief Cody, snug in his bed miles away, opens one eye, hearing the signal on the special alarm bell in his own quarters.
Well, there go the boys. I'm glad I'm not on duty tonight. So sleepy they take 5 bells to make me turn out tonight.
But the chief is wrong. There'll be no 5-alarm fire tonight. But soon, Chief Cody will be out on the streets with Tim Collins and the rest for a wild ride through the darkness as Polecat and Scrubby carry on their vicious practical joke. Don't miss the next thrilling episode, another true-to-life story of the Firefighters. In just a moment, Chief Bob Cody will tell you, boys and girls, how you can help the firefighters in your own hometown. But first, here's a message you ought to hear. And now, Chief Bob Cody with a special notice for the Firefighters Brigade. Chief Cody.
Hello, boys and girls. This is your friend, Chief Cody. And I'd like to know what you think of this trick of pulling false alarms. I know how I feel. It's a vicious, reckless kind of trick. It risks the lives of firemen and the safety of expensive apparatus for nothing. And if an engine or ladder truck should be out answering a false alarm, there could be delay in rolling to a real fire, resulting in loss of property and even life. That's my opinion, and I hope it's yours, too. Well, so long for now.
Fire Chief Cody and the young rookie fireman Tim Collins will be back on the same station the next time you hear...
That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Firefighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is Sky. S-K-Y.
Really?
You bet your life. For more than 3,000, the Soto Plymouth dealers of America present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here he is, the one, the only...
That's me. I won't run unless I'm drafted. Well, here I am again with $1,500 for one of our couples.
Groucho, we invited some police women to the show tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected, Miss Geraldine Smith.
Steady now.
I got it. And her partner is a husband from the audience, Mr. William Eaton. Folks, come on in here and meet Groucho Marx, will you? Please.
Well, welcome for the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Welcome to the DeSoto Plymouth dealers. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Miss Geraldine Smith, you're the policewoman?
Yes, I am.
And you have very pretty teeth besides.
Well, thank you.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married yet.
Well, you have extra pretty teeth, huh? Mr. William Eaton?
Uh-huh.
Where are you from?
Socorro, New Mexico.
How'd you meet your wife?
I was walking down Hill Street between 7th and 8th a few years ago. I saw this young lady pass me. I went a few feet and decided I'd like to have another look. So I turned around to go in her direction and met her coming back in my direction.
Well, did you make a practice of patrolling this street? Or was this just some kind of a curious quirk this night? Huh?
Oh, I think I was strictly on an innocent mission.
I see. Well, that'll teach you a lesson. Sadie Spade, is that you? No. How long have you been a female flatfoot?
Well,
Well, I've been a
Miss
woman
Smith?
police officer for the past 5 years now.
A woman police officer, I see.
Yes, sir.
You don't like being called a flatfoot, eh?
No, I don't.
Well, I can't call you a bull because that'd be ridiculous. What sort of work do you do, Mr. Eaton, outside of 7th and 8th? You must have some other occupation, I presume.
I'm an escrow officer. I work in an escrow company.
Well, you're not a cop, eh?
No, I'm strictly an impartial third person. Hold money and hold funds and documents until certain conditions have been complied with.
You're a third party, huh?
I'm a third party.
Well, who's your candidate?
The fourth party.
Well, Copper, I see you're still hanging around. I may run you in for loitering, you know. I'm curious now. Just how do you get to be a female flatfoot? I mean, a woman police officer.
Well, first of all, you have to take a written, oral, and a physical agility examination from the city that you're applying to.
What are some of these tests that you take, Geraldine?
Well,
What a silly name for a policeman. Huh?
Jerry is perfectly
Imagine
right.
calling a cop in the middle of the night and having Geraldine show up. Well, tell us something about the tests. What do they consist of?
Well, we have the hand grip test, and then we have the shoulder spread test.
What's a shoulder spread? Is that anything like a sandwich spread?
Oh, no.
Or a middle-age spread? Or...
No. That's the using a machine that tests for the amount of pull of the muscles.
I see. The more pull you can exert, the better job you get. Is that it?
Well, it might be classed as partially that.
Well, now, you mentioned a hand grip. What is that anything like a Gladstone bag?
No, again.
Well, it could be.
The hand grip is gripping an instrument that records the number of poundage pressure that you can exert in your grip.
Well, recently I've been losing my grip. Would you object to testing my grip?
No.
How is it? Huh? Here's my hand. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, nice
This is
hand.
fun. I don't know whether she's going to lead me to the altar or into jail. How does it feel, huh?
You have nice hands.
Nice hands, huh? They should be. I rub them every night with cottage cheese. Well, you make an arresting couple, and it's been most interesting talking to you, too.
Thank you.
Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to play Bet Your Life for a chance at the $1,500 question. But first, you can learn something by paying attention to this.
Presenting the most spectacular new car ever built, the DeSoto Fire Dome 8, with the famous 160-horsepower Fire Dome V8 engine. This sensational new engine has hemispherical or dome-shaped combustion chambers, a revolutionary new design that gives you more power from every drop of gas. And that means the DeSoto Fire Dome 8, operating on regular gasoline, actually outperforms other cars using premium fuels. It means when you get behind the wheel of the exciting new DeSoto Fire Dome 8, you get instant acceleration. You go from a standing start to cruising speeds in a matter of brief seconds. And at any speed range, you have tremendous reserve power. Power to spare should you need it. Yes, friends, the new DeSoto Fire Dome 8 has power written all over it. So tomorrow, go to your DeSoto Plymouth dealer and see America's most talked about new car. The new 160-horsepower DeSoto Fire Dome 8.
All right, now let's see how you work together as a team. George, explain the rules.
You bet as much of your $20.
It's fascinating, Flatfoot.
You bet as much of your $20 as you want on each of 4 questions, and the couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $1,500 DeSoto Plymouth question later in the show.
All right, here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected famous inventions and discoveries as your category. Here's your first question. How much of the 20 will you try?
1955.
Talk up, Geraldine.
1975.
Talk right up as though you were making a
1975, he says.
Who invented the magnetic telegraph?
Marconi.
Talk it over.
Marconi?
Edison?
Well, Edison?
No, I'm sorry. It's Morse.
Oh,
It was so easy you fell right over it. All right, now you got 2 bets left.
Yeah.
How much are you going to bet?
20 cents?
20 cents. All right, remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. That's the big money anyhow. You're going to bet 20 cents. Who invented the cotton gin?
Jim.
Whitney.
Whitney.
Eli Whitney is right.
You now have 45 cents.
40 cents.
How much you going to bet? 40 cents? Who evolved the special theory of relativity?
Einstein.
Einstein is right.
If you're climbing, you have 85 cents.
That's some climb, all right. You're practically in the cellar. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 85 will you go for?
85.
All right. Who invented the motion picture machine? Talk it over. Take a stab.
Eastman.
No, it's Thomas Edison.
They went broke completely.
Well, nobody leaves here broke. We'll give you one more question, answer it correctly, and we'll see that you win $25. Ready? What kind of an animal was Peter Rabbit? A rabbit is right. Thanks and good luck from the DeSoto Plymouth dealers.
Groucho, we have a housewife and a man with an interesting occupation for you now. They were chosen from our studio audience just before we went on the air. Mrs. Maria Galarza, Mr. James Hershey. Come on in here and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, folks, to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Mrs. Maria Galarza and Mr. James Hershey, eh? What kind of a name is Galarza?
It is of Spanish extraction.
Oh, I knew him very well. He's a dentist in Mexico City. He does Spanish extractions. Yes, he does. Were you born in Spain, Maria?
No, I come from Bronzell, Germany.
You come from Bronxville?
Bronzell, Germany.
Oh, then I presume your husband's name is Galarza. Is he the Mexican dentist?
No, he's an American with a Spanish name.
Well, how long did you know each other before he popped the question?
We knew each other about a year, and then he proposed, and then he left for the States.
This was after you accepted him? He left for the States?
No.
That's the old Army game for you. Well, what did you do? Did you pursue him?
Well, after he found out that he couldn't bring me to the States as an alien, he had to come back to Germany. So we got married in Germany.
I see. Jim, I imagine that's you over there, huh?
That's right.
Where are you from, Jim?
Well, I was born a couple of blocks from the slaughterhouse in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Was that of any help?
I wouldn't know.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm a lecturer, Groucho.
I see. Where do you do your lecturing?
Well, mostly in luncheon clubs or dinner meetings and places like that.
Mm-hmm. What do you must get pretty tired of cream chicken and peas, don't you? What kind of lectures, what are the subjects that you lecture on, Jim?
Well, for example, if I were talking to a women's club, I would talk about leadership and how they can take a more active part in politics, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Is that all?
Well...
What are some of the problems you try to settle? Could you give us an example?
Well, as an example, if a woman, were concerned with fear of ability or something on that order, I discuss how to eliminate that particular fear.
How to eliminate her husband? Is that what you mean? I suppose the audience is all men. What do you tell them?
Well, if I were talking to men, I would talk probably more about success, how to become more a success, and how to find the right field.
Well, suppose a man plays left field. What do you do? How does a man find the right field?
Well...
Just keeps walking between 7th and 8th on Hill Street, I suppose.
Well, to sum it up, Groucho...
I wish you would, since you haven't said anything yet.
I would tell
him... I think it's been pretty informative, Jim. And I want to thank you. I've learned a lot from you tonight, Jim. But don't ask me what. Well, sum it up, Jim. I'd really like some summation of this.
All right. I would say, if you want to find the right field, discover what makes you happy and stick to it till it pays off.
I see. Suppose a fellow's crazy about sitting under a tree all day. Now, Maria, could you tell us how this country impressed you when you first disembarked?
I disembarked. I stepped out of a plane. But I was
That's right. Make a fool out of me.
No, I'm sorry. But
You sorry what? That you disembarked or that you made a fool out of it? Maria, what are some of the things about this country that you like?
Oh, I like the people very much. They're easy to make friends with and very helpful and try to put you at ease as an alien. But also, I like the little things, like strawberry sundae.
Anything else over here that you like?
Yes, I like the wonderful entertainment that you can have right in your home.
Oh.
For instance, television or radio programs.
Well, don't they have these things in Germany?
Yes, they have radio, but the programs are not as good as over here.
What kind of programs do they have in Germany? Johannes at der Hausfrau?
Nein.
Wow. Was haben Sie? Was haben Sie in Deutschland?
Oh, and we listen to popular classical music and concert music.
That's sehr gut,
and,
sehr gut.
And lectures.
Lectures?
And Groucho Marx.
Now, just a moment. You have Groucho Marx in Germany?
Yes.
He's an imposter. I haven't been in Germany in years. Who is this Schweinhund?
It's you.
You skipped him 5,000 times, huh?
It's you.
It's me? I've been insulted.
No, really not.
Now, come now. You really listen to You Bet Your Life in Germany?
You Bet Your Life, I do.
What is it called over there?
It's called You Bet Your Life.
Well, how do you say it in German?
Oh, du verwettest dein Leben.
Remember that, everybody. Well, how did you get the radio in Germany? I don't understand that.
Well, they have the American troops over there, and it's sponsored by the Armed Forces Network.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm.
As I understand, now they take a recording of this program and they play it in Germany, huh?
That's what they do.
That's very interesting. Do the German people go out and buy DeSotos?
I guess they'd like to, but they cut out the commercials because it's for the army.
I see. We'll have to get in a commercial somehow. Attention, GIs in Europe. Next time somebody asks you what you're doing there, for the love of Pete, don't tell them Groucho sent you. Well, Maria, I hope you'll be very happy in your adopted country. And if you really want to see one of the finest things we have over here, just take a look at the new DeSoto Fire Dome 8. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to play You Bet Your Life. You beat our other couples, you'll get a chance at the $1,500 question. Can't tell you how much you have to win, but...
And Mr. Eaton lost all their money, so this couple has a clear field. And the secret word is sky.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected familiar operatic areas as your category. Jerry will play the music, and you tell me what opera it's from.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your first question. How much will you bet?
$19.
$19. They line fast in Germany, huh?
$19.50, yeah.
Jerry and the boys will play their version of Ma Paris or Ah So Pure. You give me the name of the opera. Okay, Jerry.
A great start. You have $39.50.
Maria, when you know the answer, don't hop on it quite so quickly. We're paying these people an unholy salary out here.
I'll be a
Wait about an hour next time. Let them play the whole opera. All right, remember you're going for $1,500 tonight. How much of the...
$39.50.
$39.50 will you bet?
I'll bet. We'll bet. $39.
Jerry and the orchestra will play the barcarolle. What opera is it from?
The Tales of Hoffman.
The Tales from Hoffman.
And you now have $78.50.
And here's your third question. How much of this fabulous sum are you going to bet this time?
How much?
78.
78. This aria is Vesta la Juba. What opera is it from?
You now have $156.50.
And here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much will you bet?
We bet it all.
All right, Jerry.
$156.50, right?
$156.50. Jerry will play his version of the Habanera. What opera is it from?
And you wind up with $313.
Thanks and good luck to the DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
we selected an interesting young couple from our studio audience, Groucho, and I'd like you to meet them right now. Mr. and Mrs. James Marlowe, come on in and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, youngsters, for the DeSoto Plymouth dealer. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Mr. and Mrs. James Marlowe, eh? Where's your home, James? And don't spare the horses. Eh?
Nampa, Idaho.
Where?
Nampa.
Nampa?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Where is that?
That's near Boise.
Where's Boise? Is that near Guernsey? Mrs. Marlowe, what's your front name?
Renee.
Renee, huh? How'd you happen to be tagged with a moniker like Renee?
Well,
Was your mother frightened by Charles Boyer? You go to the Casbah? Where are you from, Renee?
San Francisco, near the bay.
Oh. How old are you?
24.
Oh, very young-looking wife. And what is your age, Jim?
I'm 24, too.
You look like Peter Lynn Hayes, you know?
Is that good or bad?
No, that's good. That's good, unless you're Peter Lynn Hayes. No, he's a fine-looking lad. You must have seen them on television.
Yes,
he and his wife, Mary Ely. And she's a beautiful girl, and you look something like that. It's quite a resemblance. Are you sure you're not the road company of Hayes and Healy? Those two kids? Jim, do you call her Renee, or do you have other pet names for her?
Well, I call her Dink.
What do you call him, Renee?
Dinky.
Why?
Because he reminds me of one.
What is a dinky? Anything like a pinky? Or a dinky?
It's a cable car in San Francisco.
He reminds you of a cable car? It must be the cable car named Desire, I think. Well, that's very romantic, I think. That your husband reminds you of a cable car. Was this going uphill or down, do you remember? Dink and Dinky, eh? The only difference between you two is a Y. And you can join the Y for $9. How long have you been married, Jim?
About 5 years now.
Where did you meet your husband, Renee? I know, 7th and 8th on Hill Street. Between 15th and 16th on Chestnut Street.
No, he sat beside me in our geometry class at San Mateo High.
Geometry class? How did you finally manage to trap Jim?
We eloped to Reno.
You went to Reno to get married?
Yes.
That's the younger generation for you. They do everything backwards. Tell me, why did you elope?
Well, our parents objected.
Had they seen Jim? Was this just a general objection they had to your getting married?
I think so.
I see. Did you put a stepladder up to her window and help her down with her suitcase? Jim?
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't help her at all. Her father carried her suitcase.
That's a nice picture. She and her father going down the ladder together. What were you doing, holding the ladder?
No, as I said, I wasn't there.
You weren't even there? She was eloping, huh? Isn't that romantic, huh?
Her father thought she was spending a weekend with a girlfriend. That's how we arranged the deal, to get out of town without being noticed.
Your father, in other words, had no idea that you were eloping. Is that it?
That's right.
That's what you think. You probably had your room rented before you rounded the corner. Jim, how did you finally break the news to your folks?
Well,
this time they were running the streetcar.
I sent a telegram to my folks after we were married, and I said, "Just married Renee, don't wait dinner."
And how about you, Renee? How did you notify your parents?
Well, I sent them a telegram, too, and I said, "Just married Jim, having a wonderful time."
I should think so.
Wish you were here.
don't think her father wouldn't have showed up, but he was busy holding the ladder for his other daughter. Well, you're a nice young couple, and apparently the world is your oyster. Now, just look out for the months with R in them. I said that pretty good for Neesner, huh? Now you're going to play You Bet Your Life for a chance at the $1,500 DeSoto Plymouth question. You run your $20 into more than our other couples. I can't tell you how much you have to win, but Mr. Fenneman is going to remind our listeners.
The girl from Germany and Mr. Hershey lead with $313.
Laughing boy, come out here, will you? He even laughs backstage. He doesn't care. Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected words beginning with the letters P-A-R. Here's your first question. How much will you bet?
19.
19.
19. What is the word beginning with PAR that means the Legislative Assembly of Great Britain?
Parliament.
Parliament is right.
Well, you're off to a good start. You have $39.
And they're longer than the other cigarettes, too. Remember, you're going for $1,500 tonight. Now, how much of your $39 you're going to bet this time?
38.
38.
All right. What is the word that means to scorch, burn, or dry to excess?
Parch.
Parch is right.
You now have $77.
I thought parch was the front part of a house. Here's your third question. How much will you bet?
How much do we have?
77.
76.
76. What is the word beginning with PAR that means a burlesque imitation of a serious song or poem?
Parody.
Parody is right.
You now have $153.
And here's your last chance to beat the other couples. How much of the 153?
All of it.
Okay, now I don't want to influence you. You use your own judgment here, Jim.
It's pretty bad.
No, it's been pretty good so far.
We'll bet it all.
All right. Now, what is the word that means a lady's sun umbrella?
Parasol.
A parasol is right.
You wind up with $306, and that means the girl from Germany and Mr. Hershey with $313 in just 1 minute. Get the chance at the DeSoto Plymouth $1,500 question.
Lady, do you hate trying to park your car in a tight parking space? Do you shudder at all the pulling and tugging that goes with it? Then wait till you drive the new 160-horsepower DeSoto Fire Dome 8. The new DeSoto brings you sensational new DeSoto power steering that makes turning the steering wheel as easy as dialing a phone. That's right, with only one finger, even when the car is at a standstill. With only one finger, you can turn the wheels. Thanks to DeSoto power steering, one of the most remarkable milestones in automotive history. By an ingenious hydraulic system, power steering on the new DeSoto not only takes the hard work out of parking, but on the highway it makes your control of the car easier, safer, with less road shock. No matter how bad the road, DeSoto power steering lets you literally steer almost without effort. And friends, power steering is only one of the many great features that are yours to enjoy in the new DeSoto Fire Dome 8. See it. Drive it. Now at your DeSoto Plymouth dealers. The new 160-horsepower DeSoto Fire Dome 8 with power steering.
And here's the winning couple, Groucho, the girl from Germany and Mr. Hershey, all set for the $1,500 question. Right in here.
Here it is. Situated in Salisbury Plain in England is a group of ancient stone circles, thought to be more than 4,000 years old. Their exact origin is unknown, but they're believed by some archaeologists to be temples of the Druids. For $1,500, tell me, what is this group of ruins called? Talk it over. All right, what is the answer you two have decided upon? If you don't know, guess. Nothing? I'm sorry. The correct answer is Stonehenge. And our source for this is the Encyclopedia Americana. So that means the big question next week will be worth $2,000. Well, you lost the big money, but they won quite a lot. How much did they win the quiz, George?
$313 in the
Well,
quiz.
it's not too bad. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you. And to all of our contestants on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at this same time for the Groucho Marx Show, when the big question will be worth $2,000. And don't miss Groucho's television show, also presented by the DeSoto Plymouth Dealers of America. And remember, all dealers who sell DeSoto also sell Plymouth. 2 great cars, both products of the Chrysler Corporation.
And when you drive in, tell them Groucho sent you. Good night, folks, and remember, see the DeSoto Fire Dome 8 tomorrow.
Folks, here's a rhyme from the National Safety Council. The rules for driving safety add up to only 3: common sense and caution, and common courtesy. You Bet Your Life, transcribed from Hollywood, is produced by John Goodell, directed by Robert Dwan and Bernie Smith, music by Jerry Fielding. This is George Featherman signing off for the more than 3,000 DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast.
Goodwin, speaking for Lever Brothers, makers of Swan, the new white floating soap that's pure as fine cast steel. Well, it's Tuesday night again, time for another pleasant visit with George Burns and Gracie Allen, Jimmy Cash, Felix Mills and his orchestra, and the Swantet. And now, meet the people who live in the Burns house, George and Gracie. Well, it's afternoon, and George is just arriving home from the office. As he reaches the front gate, he is accosted by a distinguished personality, that eminent Shakespearean actor and pool-room bum, Nigel Bolingbroke.
Well, greetings, friend Burns.
Oh, hello, Cue Ball.
Oh, you're looking splendid, sir. Splendid. Gad, what a handsome figure of a man.
How much do you want to borrow?
Borrow? Me? $2.
I thought so.
You see, kind sir, I am somewhat low in funds because I've made a wager that lightning travels faster than running water.
Well, I don't see how it's possible to lose that bet.
Well, it's quite possible when lightning and running water are both horses.
Nothing doing, Cue Ball. I'm not lending you any money.
Very well. I shall shoulder my repulsive burden and wend my way hence.
Hey, what have you got in that bundle? Magazines?
Yes. In the interest of the waste paper drive, I'm delivering 60 copies of an illiterate publication known as Cowboy Love Tales.
Cowboy Love Tales? That's my favorite magazine.
Really? But your wife...
Oh, my wife won't let me read them. She hides them from me. Gee, I'd give anything to get my hands on those back copies.
Oh, you would, eh? Well...
Boley, I said that without thinking. I'll tell you what. I'm in a good mood today. I'll give you 5 cents apiece for them.
I'm in an even better mood. I'll take 50 cents apiece.
Shizzler, they only cost a dime new. I don't want them.
What a pity. They're such fascinating vignettes of life. Listen. Helplessly bound, hand and foot, Oklahoma Tex waited while the crazed half-breed crept closer with a knife clenched in his teeth.
Yes?
Well, goodbye, Burns.
Wait. I'll give you 20 cents apiece.
Nearer drew the half-breed until his foul breath fanned the cheek of the handsome cowboy.
Yes?
I'll see you around, Burns.
Wait. 25 cents apiece.
Laughing madly, the half-breed swept the gleaming blade aloft and plunged it downward.
Yes?
Farewell, Burns.
Oh. All right, you win. 50 cents apiece. Here you are. $30.
Oh, 6 beautiful $5 bills. You know, Lincoln has always been my favorite peanut boy.
Now, scram, cue ball. I gotta sneak these magazines into the house so Gracie won't see them.
Au revoir, Schlemiel.
Now, if I can just get these upstairs into my closet. I hope the coast's clear.
Hello, George.
Oh.
Oh, you darling.
Huh?
You've brought me a bundle of magazines for my waste paper drive.
Paper drive?
Yes. Oh, I wish you'd gotten here a minute sooner.
Why?
Well, Mr. Bolingbroke could have taken this bundle, too.
Bolingbroke?
Yes. I just paid him $25 to carry out a bundle exactly like this.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's the matter, dear? You're as white as a sheet.
Well, don't worry. I'll turn green in a minute.
Oh, you poor darling. I know why you're upset. It's because that mean old Jack Benny wouldn't let you sing in his program Sunday.
Oh, sure. That's it.
Well, I have a surprise for you. You are going to sing on the radio.
You mean it?
Mm-hmm. I decided it isn't fair for Mama's precious canary to keep those glorious melodies shut up in his little yellow throat.
Gracie, I'm not so wonderful, really.
No, huh? Well, name me one singer who's better than you are.
Well, there's, gee, it is tough to think of one, isn't it?
It's impossible, that's what it is.
I guess so. What program am I going on?
Well, I said to myself, all right, if Jack Betty doesn't know talent, there's someone who does. Bob Hope. So I went to him.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He turned you down, too.
Well, what program am I going to sing on?
Well, hold your breath, dear. This is going to thrill you.
Well, I'm holding it.
It's the Chummy Gum program.
The Chummy Gum program?
Yeah?
I never heard of it.
Well, it's only the greatest program on station KLIP.
KLIP? I never heard of that either.
Well, it's a very powerful station, George. They use 2 of the biggest watts you ever saw.
Gracie, I'm not singing on any broken-down program from a 2-watt station.
Well, George, you just got to. This whole thing is to help the paper drive.
What does my singing got to do with the paper drive?
Well, dear, the Chummy Gum people are having a contest. Whoever collects the most paper for the war effort gets to sing on the radio program.
But, Gracie,
And your singing will collect even more waste paper. When people hear that glorious voice of yours, the trash will just come pouring in.
Thanks, love.
Hi, Gracie.
Hello, Bill.
Say, Gracie, I brought you this bunch of magazines for your paper drive.
Oh, thank you, Bill. Oh, they're Esquires.
Oh, yes, I've subscribed to it for years.
Oh, no wonder you're always so well-dressed, Bill. You read the fashion news.
Oh, has Esquire got fashion news in it, too?
You get some wonderful ideas looking at that magazine.
He does.
Bill, if I win the paper salvage contest, George will sing on the Chummy Gum program.
Oh, really, Grace?
I wish the sponsor would let me sing on our own program.
I do, too, George. You know, you could sing about Swan Soap. How it's the new white floating soap that's 4 soaps in one.
No, Bill. I want to sing that real romantic stuff. You know, like, and when I hold her hand,
Well, George, that's great. Great. But I would change one word.
One word?
Yes, I'd sing it like this. And then I wash her hand.
Wash her hand?
Well, with Swan, of course. Swan's not only great for washing your hands and face, but just the soap for bathing the baby, washing the dishes, or doing that light laundry. 4 swell soaps in one.
Bill, George can't sing about Swan Soap. He's more the Nelsonetti type.
Sure.
Even better than Nelsonetti. Believe me, when George sings shortening bread, you can smell it.
Gracie, when George sings Ain't Misbehavin', I can smell it.
Well, I happen to have a very fine voice, and Gracie's right. I'd like to sing something I can put my heart into.
Well, George, I know just the selection for you.
What is it?
Oh, Chiswania, what a soapia, to wash the dishes. Oh, Chiswania.
Oh, stop with that.
Well, it'll be beautiful, George. Listen, all about how Swan gives loads of suds, mild, gentle suds. With mild, pure Swan in the dishpan, you don't have to worry about rough red hands.
Oh, forget it, Bill. I'll sing on the Chummy Gum program.
Well, gee, I could write you a beautiful song about Swan being a great wartime buy.
Forget
Oh, now, boys, please, let's get busy and collect paper. We need it to win the contest, and Uncle Sam needs it to lick Hitler.
Okay, we'll get it.
You know, George, I'll bet Hitler's sorry he's a paper hanger.
What do you mean?
Well, these days in Berlin, he could make a lot more money as a bricklayer.
Yeah, I think you're...
Our popular young tenor, Jimmy Cash, in a memorable love ballad of lasting appeal, Yours Is My Heart Alone. Jimmy?
Yours is my heart alone, and without you, life holds no charm. Yours, every thought I own, our love the theme of every dream. Oh, that makes life seem worthwhile, dwells in your eyes and the spell of your smile. There is no song half so sweet to me as your voice whispering, I love you,
There's another big basket of waste paper. Take it out to the garage, Phil.
Sure thing, Gracie.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't those my cigars in there?
Yes, dear.
Gracie, this is a paper drive.
Well?
She's got you, George.
Oh, come on.
Say, what about this bundle of letters on the desk, Gracie? Don't they go?
Oh, no, Bill. Oh, I just couldn't give those up. Oh, no, I just can't.
Well, what are they?
Well, George's love letters to me. Precious little nuggets of passion. Written as only George could write them.
Oh, yeah, old passionate George.
Put them in the basket, Bill.
Oh, no, don't. Oh, they're so beautiful. George always signed each letter, Boopsy Boy.
Boopsy Boy? What a command of English.
Gracie, would you throw those things out?
Oh, it would break my heart, dear. Bill, just listen to this. It was written when George was playing in vaudeville. Dear Gracie, your great, big, strong, handsome, talented Boopsy Boy opened today in Scranton. The audience was wild about me. They cheered me to the rafters. Oh, you can tell he's in love, can't you, Bill?
I'll say, Grace, you can even tell who with.
Gracie, will you put that stuff in the basket? There's a paper drive
Oh,
on.
and here's one I can't part with, Bill. It's the first hint George ever gave me that he'd like to marry me.
Gracie.
But it's such a subtle hint. Bill, just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Dearest Gracie, I played Cleveland yesterday, and the weather was awful. I woke up in the middle of the night, and my feet were cold as ice. Get it, Bill?
Yes, I get it, Grace.
Gracie, the paper drive. Put them in the basket.
Well, George knew I had a weakness for poetry, and he wrote me some adorable little poems. so touching.
The basket. Put them in the basket.
Oh, I'm proud of your talent, darling. Listen to this, Bill. I'm thinking of you, though you're far away. I miss you and need you. I want you each day. Without you, my darling, I'm hardly alive. I'm lonely. I'm blue. I'm broke. Send me 5. Bill. That's beautiful, huh?
Oh, masterpiece, masterpiece.
The basket. The basket.
And
Will you
here's another one,
please?
Bill. I long to be with you, my Belle, but they hold my trunk at the Grand Hotel. And so you're in my thoughts again. I love you, darling. Send me 10.
Well, they get shorter.
And sweeter. Now listen to this. I love you lots. I love you plenty. I love you madly. Send me 20.
What passion.
The basket, please.
I didn't know George had it in him.
Oh, touching, huh?
Constantly.
Now, Bill, this is the last one he wrote.
Well, let's hear it, Gracie.
You're double nifty. Send me 100.
He could have made a fortune with a rhyming dictionary.
All right, now that's enough. Will you put those letters in the basket?
All right, darling. All but this one. I can't give this one up. I can't. I just can't.
Well, what is it?
Well, this is the letter in which George finally did propose to me.
Oh, beautiful, huh?
Oh, divine. Listen. Dearest Gracie, I can no longer stand the shame of borrowing money from the girl I'm engaged to. Let's get married.
Well, Shakespeare could take a few lessons from that kid.
Look, the basket. In the basket, we've got to...
Oh, come in.
Oh, hello, Gracie. I brought you 10 pounds of paper.
Oh, thank you, Tootsie.
Hello, George. Oh, hello, Bill. Ma, you're getting better looking every day.
Oh, well, thank you, Tootsie. What's new with you?
Tootsie. Where'd you get all this paper?
Oh, Gracie, it was so romantic. I was sitting in the park, and this man in uniform came along. So naturally, I started to flirt with him.
Naturally.
Well, one thing led to another.
But, Tootsie, where did you get the paper?
From the man in uniform. He goes around the park with a stick and picks it up.
Oh. Well, this brings my total to 715 pounds. I guess we're in first place, all right.
Oh, but Gracie, I just heard that Mrs. Morton has 760 pounds.
760? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awful. We'll have to scour the house again. George, you take the ground floor, and I'll take upstairs, and Bill take the basement.
How about me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Tootsie. You take the basement, and I'll take the ground floor, and Bill, you take it upstairs.
How about me?
Oh, I'm sorry, George. I'll take the basement, George will take the ground floor, and Tootsie, you take the upstairs.
Well, how about me?
Oh, darn it. Bill, you take the basement, Tootsie will take the ground floor, and George will take the upstairs.
Okay, now let's hurry.
Oh, wait a minute. How about me?
Gracie, it won't work. There are 4 people and only 3 places to look.
Oh, yeah. George, how long would it take to build an attic?
About an hour.
Oh, we haven't got time.
No, let's hurry, yes.
Come in.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Murray.
Oh, Mr. Postman. Oh, have you got any mail for us?
Just one bill, Mrs. Murray.
Oh, dear. Just one? George, this is your fault. If you let me have my way last month, we could have won this contest with bills alone.
It's cheaper to come in second.
Well, good night, Mrs.
Oh,
Murray.
wait a minute. Mr. Postman, I'll give you 50 cents for all the mail in that bag.
Oh, I can't sell it. If I did that, they'd send me to Atlanta.
But you'd love it there. Mint juleps, magnolia blossoms.
Forget it. Maybe there's still some paper here on the desk.
Well, let's go through it. Bill, you take the top drawers. George, you take the middle drawers, and I'll take the bottom drawers.
Well, that leaves me out.
Here we go again.
Well, Tootsie, you take the bottom drawers, Bill will take the top drawers, and I'll take the middle drawers.
How about me?
Oh, this is awful. Now George has no drawers.
Time now for Felix Mills and his orchestra. Tonight with the Swan-Tet, it's Felix's new version of this wartime hit.
What do you do with the infantry? You march, you march, you march. What do you do when your practice got your back a stiff to start? There's many a fall in the cavalry, but never a fall in arch. And what do you do in the infantry? You march, you march, you march. What do you do in the infantry? You hike, you hike, you hike. What do you get in the infantry? You left and right of light. The son of a gun in the signal corps is traveling on a bike. And what do you do in the infantry? You hike, you hike, you hike. The hard way, the hard way. Sweat till you get there the hard way. What do you do in the infantry? You win, you win, you win. What do you do for the victory? You move into Berlin. The rest of the army are riding, riding, riding. Off they go, men of the Army Air Corps. Off they go, traveling line. And what do you do in the infantry? All right, all right, all right. What do you do in the infantry? You march, you march, you march. What do you do when your practice got your back to skip the start? The rest of the army are riding, riding through a triumphal arch. And what do you do in the infantry? No wings, no bike, no bus, just hike. You march, march,
Well, if George is going to sing on the Chummy Gum program, he and Gracie have to collect 45 pounds of paper in the next 10 minutes. They are now rushing frantically around the neighborhood.
Yes?
We're collecting waste paper for the government. Have you got any?
Well, you were here yesterday and took every scrap I had.
Well, what's that in your hand?
Well, that's the evening paper.
Well, give it here, quick.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm reading the war news.
Well, I'll tell you all about the war. We're fighting Germany and Japan. Goodbye. Hello, we're collecting waste paper.
Junk dealers, eh? Go around to the back door. Junk dealers?
Oh, well, don't mind that. Run around to the back door and get the paper.
Okay. That's better. Now, what do you want?
Waste paper. But I'm no junk dealer.
Say, aren't you George Burns?
Yeah.
And I sent you around the back door. Say, I'm sorry. Go right around the front.
Oh, did you get it?
No, but I will.
Whoa, this is better. Now, what was it you wanted, Mr. Burns?
Waste paper. Have you got any?
No.
Have you any waste paper in the house?
I don't know, and I ain't going in to find out. I just had a fight with my husband.
Really?
Yes, I told him he had a face like a horse, and he threw a book at me.
You don't say. A book, huh?
A great big one, too.
Well, excuse me one moment. Hey, horse face! Oh, thank you very much. Come on. Well, come on, George.
Hey, wait a minute. This is too good to leave. Hey, horse face! Ouch!
Oh, never mind, dear. It's in a good cause.
Yes?
Have you any paper?
Oh, I know you cleaned me out yesterday. Took everything but the music on the piano.
Well, how did I overlook that? Hand it over.
Oh, but you can't.
The government needs it.
Well, all right, all but this one. This is my favorite song. I can't let you take it.
Yeah, it's my favorite, too. Though April showers may come your way, for they bring flowers that bloom in May. And when it's raining...
Here, take it.
Oh, gee. Tough luck, kids. The radio station manager just weighed your paper, and you're still an ounce under Mrs. Morton.
Oh, gee, now I won't get to sing.
Hey, Bill, how about that little black book of yours with the telephone numbers? That's paper.
Oh, no, Gracie, I can't give you that.
Why not?
Well, with Sinatra and 1A, now's my chance.
you must have some paper on you. Look through your pockets.
Well, all I got is some Swan soap.
The Swan wrapper, that'll do it. George, get the wrapper from Bill. I'll run into the studio and tell them we won.
Bill, you're a lifesaver. We've only got 30 seconds to go. Unwrap the soap, quick.
Okay, George. Notice as I start to unwrap it, that clean, fresh fragrance of Swan.
Bill.
Smell it, George.
I smell it. Now give me the wrapper.
Now just think, George. Beneath this cool green wrapper lies a new white floating soap. So pure, so fine, that it's actually 4 soaps in one. Smell it, George.
I smell it. The wrapper. We got
Swan's
30
the soap
seconds.
for bathing the baby, for your own hands and face, or for dishes and light laundry. 4 swell soaps in one. Smell it, George.
You smell it. I want the wrapper.
Ah, pure as fine Castiles. Great. No wonder doctors recommend Swan for bathing the baby. Swan's so mild it's kind even to a little baby's tender skin.
30 seconds.
Just think how swell it must be for your hands and face, your complexion. Smell it, George.
Bill, the soap smells beautiful. My complexion smells beautiful. The baby smells beautiful. The doctor smells divine. Now give me the wrapper.
Wait a minute. You haven't smelled anything yet. Wait till I break it in 2 for you.
No, you're not going to do that.
Oh, yes, I am. Swan breaks in 2 so you can put half in the bathroom for your hands and face tub or shower and half in the kitchen for dishes and light laundry.
Give me the wrapper.
Hey, now what'll I do with the soap?
Smell it. Here, Gracie. Well, Gracie, I finally got it.
Oh, good. We'll be going on the air in a minute.
Well, what do you think I ought to sing?
Well, in honor of the paper drive, why don't you sing that song that's so popular now? You know, the one about the man who wants a woman made of paper. I believe it's called Paper Doily.
Paper doily? Paper dooley.
No.
Quiet in the studio, please. We're going on the air. Good evening, radio friends. The makers of Chummy Gum, the gum that's yummy, present the winners of their waste paper collection contest, Mr. and Mrs. George Burns. First, Mrs. Burns.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our government needs waste paper for the production of cartons for field rations and containers for shells, and many other vital things. When you save it and turn it in, you're making an important contribution to the war effort. So please help all you can. And now you will be entertained by George Burns, the voice of waste paper.
Thank you. My first number,
All
ladies.
you listeners must have some paper in your homes that you've overlooked. And I know that when you hear my husband's glorious voice, you'll run straight to your attics and basements.
Thank you. My first number, ladies.
This feature, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by Chummy Gum, the gum that's yummy.
My first song...
Chummy Gum will never cause your cheek to bulge or your jaw to sag. Try it, and if you're not a mummy or a dummy, you two will say that Chummy Gum is yummy.
My first number...
Try the bedpost test. Before retiring... I say before retiring, place your wad of Chummy Gum on the bedpost. When you awake in the morning, you'll find that the flavor of the gum is still delicate, yet full-bodied, and that the bedpost is not at all icky.
Now, my first number...
How do we dare make this claim? Because Chummy Gum
It's
is
yummy. It's yummy. Now,
Yeah.
I'd like to sing.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Here's your music.
Hey, this isn't the number I picked out.
I'm very sorry. This is our sponsor's favorite. Music, please.
Chummy Gum is yummy. Chummy Gum is yummy. Chummy Gum, the yummy gum will never hurt your tummy.
Oh, George, that was beautiful.
Oh, nuts. Come on home.
Well, George and Gracie will be right back. Meantime, I'd like to suggest that proof of Swan's mildness is the fact that doctors recommend Swan for bathing the baby. And when a soap is kind to a baby's skin, well, you just know it's a mild soap. And Swan's not only mild and extra gentle, but it's pure, too. Pure as fine Castiles. And, incidentally, that mildness and that purity can help keep your complexion in the pink. So why not break a bar of Swan in 2 and use half for the baby and half for yourself? It's worth a try, isn't it? Well, here they are again, George and Gracie.
Oh, George. I have some some wonderful news for you.
Really?
Guess who's going to be on our program next week?
Who?
Walter Pigeon.
Really?
Yeah. Now, don't be jealous, dear.
Oh, I'm not jealous.
Well, you don't have to be. You're much handsomer.
Oh, go.
Oh, you out-pigeon from your head to your toes. Especially your toes.
Good night, everybody.
The makers of Swan's new white floating soap join George and Gracie in inviting you to tune into your Columbia station again next week, same time, when we'll have as our guest Walter Pigeon. Remember, George Burns and Gracie Allen, CBS next Tuesday night. And now till next week, this is Bill Goodwin saying, well, I, Swan, how about you? Good night.
Me, oh my, have you heard about Fry? Fry's the shortening that really puts the zing in all your wartime dishes. Your folks will say delicious.
Who wouldn't? Spry cakes are lighter. Fried food so crisp and digestible. Spry pastry melts in your mouth. And, lady, when you cook with Spry, how your ration points stretch.
Just tell your grocer, I want Spry.
This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Entertainment with all the Amos and Andy characters, plus Bud Bluskin and his orchestra, and those famous Rhythm Boys. Well, today the Kingfish's wife, Sapphire, is having a birthday, and everybody seems to know it except the Kingfish, who, as usual, has completely forgotten about it. Well, at the moment, we find Sapphire trying to jog the Kingfish's memory.
George, do you know what today is?
Certainly. It's Tuesday. Oh, I keep up on things all right, yeah.
It happens to be March the 4th.
March the 4th. Yeah, I almost forgot about it. March the 4th, yeah. That's the Ides of March. Oh, yeah. That's when Julius Caesar chased all the snakes out of St. Patrick's backyard. I ought to give myself a shamrock.
George, today happens to be my birthday.
Your birthday? Oh, certainly. Happy birthday to you.
Never mind the singing. Where's my present?
Present? What I really going to do now, honey, look here, I'm going to get you a nice piece of jewelry.
Well, I certainly need a piece of jewelry. I got a jewelry box in my dresser drawer there. It's just full of junk. That's all you ever give me in the way of jewelry is junk.
Yeah, well, how about that genuine diamond engagement ring I give you?
Genuine diamond. I remember the day that diamond fell out of the second and I stepped on it.
What about it?
I had 7 years bad luck.
Well, it just happened to be a soft diamond, that's all.
I don't know why I can't have nice jewelry like Miss Caldwell upstairs. Every time I talk to her, I notice she's wearing 2 or 3 expensive necklaces around her neck at one time.
Yeah, well, your friend Mrs. Caldwell has got to do that to hide them big wrinkles around her neck. Yeah, but as I look at you, my darling, and see the smooth neck like you has got, you don't need, how would you like to have a nice jaw wrinkle cream there, honey?
For my birthday, and I don't want no more cheap junk like I got.
Well, now, don't worry, honey, don't worry. I'll get you some real good junk. Some real good stuff this time.
Well, I gotta run along. I'm late for our club meeting. See you later, George. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me take a look in her jewelry box here in the dresser drawer. Yeah, she sure got a lot of junk in this box. Hey, wait a minute, Andy done fell in love with a gal. Maybe if I can sell Andy a piece of this junk. Yeah, I'll sell Andy this old string of pearls here for $10, and I'll have enough money to buy Sapphire a nice $5 present. Oh, yes, Amos is wonderful. Oh, listen, Andy, you ain't got to tell me you was in love. Whenever you sit there looking like a sick calf, I always know there's a gal on your mind. Yeah, Amos, but this time it's the real thing. I'm crazy about that gal. Well, you sound serious again, all right. You've been serious. Certainly I'm serious. I'm planning on marrying her. Everything is all set. There's just one little thing that's holding up the wedding. Oh, what's that? She don't like me. Well, Andy, do you ever stop to think that maybe she's just bluffing?
Well, she had her old man to kick me out the house the other day. That's the hardest bluff I done ever felt.
Sure enough, did he kick you real hard, Andy?
But the way I was sailing, if there'd have been a goal post there, he'd have scored 2 points.
Well, if I was you...
Come in, Kingfish.
Well, hello there, boys. What's the topic of discussion here today? Well, Andy's got a new gal, but, well, he ain't doing so good, Kingfish.
Well, maybe I can help him.
Well, somebody ought to help him, or he's going to be bluffed into the hospital, I know that. Well, see you later. So long, fella.
So long. You see, Kingfish, this gal don't like me too much.
Well, I think I got a thing here that'll win over, Brother Andy. Here, take a look at these.
Pearls.
Yes, and I was happy to say that these pearls were stolen from the Sultan of Afghanistan.
Sultan of who?
Afghanistan. That's a mythical kingdom out in India.
Mythical kingdom? How'd you get them?
Got them from one of the myths.
Well, where'd she get them?
She got them from an old cobbler. Just look at these pearls and under the light there. See how they effervesce there? Look at them there. See them?
Yeah, they're really vessing there, ain't they?
These things is over 500 years old, and I hear that they is worth a king's grandson.
Well, what are you going to do with them?
Well, I was going to sell them to the Museum of Natural Jewelry, but I changed my mind, so now I'm going to sell them to a private party.
Yeah, who?
Well, I got to find somebody that I like that's got a girl that you want to make a hit with. Hey, wait a minute. You got a girl, ain't you? You was also a private party, too.
Yeah, sure I am.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll sell them to you for $10, and I guarantee that if you give these to your gal, you'll make a big hit with her. Oh, beautiful, ain't it? Look at that. Effervescent again. Look at that.
You know something? I has always heard that there's different kind of pearls. Is these cultured?
Oh, they got plenty of culture. If these pearls could speak, they wouldn't talk to either one of us.
Tell me this, Kingfish. What makes pearls so expensive?
Well, I tell you, Andy, good pearls are scarce. You see, a pearl expert got to eat hundreds of oysters a day just to find one pearl.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, and there's only one real pearl expert in the country, and he don't like oysters.
Well, how does that make him so expensive?
How? Because he demands big money for eating stuff he don't like.
He do?
Oh, yeah. If the pearls was found in shrimp, it'd be much cheaper because the pearl expert loves shrimp. He's crazy about them.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
A pearl is hard to get to, Andy. The only people that can make a pearl is an oyster.
Yeah? Well, how do they make them?
Well, a pearl is an irritation. Oyster got to get irritated before he can make a pearl.
Well, how do we get irritated?
Well, oysters is married. They have that trouble like everybody else. Down there in the bed dogging all the time. And I'll sell you the pearls for $10. $10?
Yeah. Okay, I'll take them. Here's the 10. I'll give them to my girl. I'll find a box for them. Well, hello there, Sadie.
Sadie Simpson, what you doing in my office?
Listen here, absent-minded. I just come over to tell you that it's your wife's birthday.
Well, I know about it.
Well, sometimes on occasions like this, husband needs a little jacking up, and I'm just the jack that can help you.
Yeah, well, we've been married for 20 years, and I ain't forgot many of her birthdays. What do you think of me giving her some clothes?
Well, it's about time. That trousseau of hers ain't going to last much longer.
Oh, no, though. Listen, Sadie, help the Kingfish here. He don't know what to get her. Now, if you was his wife, what would you want?
A separation.
Wait a minute now. You know, birthdays is a wonderful thing, though, Sadie.
I had one last week.
Yeah? Oh, how old was you, Sadie?
Well, even I feel a little about my age. I tell people I'm just 23.
You tell them you're just 23, huh?
Yeah, but I'm really 26.
Wait a minute, dear. Wait a minute. Nobody in the world could get as fat as you is in 26 years.
I'll have you to know that I got on the scales in front of the drugstore today and guessed my weight right to the pound. And I got my penny back.
Oh, you did, huh?
I took the marker and put it right to 125. And when I stepped on the scales, that's exactly where the indicator stopped.
Do you mean to say that at your weight, it stopped at 125?
On the second time around.
Darling, just being the afternoon of your birthday, here's a present for you.
Oh,
George. Thank you, darling. $3.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm going to take you out tonight for dinner and the movies, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. I look real pretty tonight, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with the $3 you give me. Yes, I'm going to go out right now and get a pair of earrings to match the one good piece of jewelry I got.
Yeah, what piece is that, honey?
The family heirloom. It's worth over $100. It's that string of pearls in my jewelry box that Mama gave me years ago. So long, George.
Oh, me. Of all the pieces I had to take out of there, if she ever finds out about this, what is I going to do?
You look kind of worried.
Well, I is worried. It's about my wife. One of my wife's heirlooms has disappeared.
Well, have you notified the Bureau of Missing Persons?
No, one of her jewelry heirlooms.
Oh, yes. Oh, sure, of course. My wife has got an heirloom, a beautiful thing. Maybe you has noticed it. It's one large stone surrounded by a lot of backgammon.
No, you see, Henry, I sold Andy an old pearl necklace that my wife had, and I thought it was junk and was worth over $100.
Well, why don't you get it back from Andy?
Yeah, well, how's I going to do it? He got the pearl necklace, and I done spent part of his $10.
Well, now, wait a minute. You know there's a tax on jewelry, a luxury tax. Taxes on jewelry is very absorbent.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
And if he didn't pay the tax, it's dislawful.
Yeah, I'll work out something on this tax thing with him. That's a good idea.
Yes, well, I got to be running along. I'm going over to Carnegie Hall. My wife left her chewing gum on the bottom of a seat there last night.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you going over there just to get a piece of your wife's old chewing gum?
I'll say I am. Her gold inlay was in it. Well, Andy, hello there. I was just leaving.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Van Porter. Well, I'll see you later. You just the man I want to see. Sit down here. I got some bad news for you, son.
What's that?
When I sold you the pearl necklace, I forgot to charge you the taxes on the sale. And unless you pay the taxes, it's criminal offense, you know.
No fooling. Is that the law?
Oh, yeah. You got a copy of the Constitution in your pocket there?
No, I ain't.
Yeah, I left mine at home today, too. Well, you know, if you don't pay the taxes legally, you go right to jail.
Well, wait a minute, I don't want to go to jail. How much is the tax?
Well, now, let me see here. I got to figure it out. First, we put down the purchase price. You paid for the necklace, $10. Now, where's the slide rule? You got it with you there?
No, I ain't got that neither.
Yeah, I ain't got mine neither. I must have left it home with the Constitution, I guess. Well, on this paper here, I write down the purchase price there, $10. Mm-hmm. I certainly wish I had my slide rule.
Well, can't you just slide the paper?
No. Now, $10. Now, the first one to figure out is the luxury tax. That's 20% of the purchase price. So I put down a 20 there, and I multiplicate that. You got a multiplication table with you there?
No, but there's a kitchen table out in the hall.
I'll use this one here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, there's the unemployment insurance.
Hey, wait a minute now. I ain't even got a job.
Yeah, but you bought the pearls, though. You bought the pearls when you was unemployed, so you got to pay the insurance. Now, Brother Andy, what is your Social Security number? Give me that.
Well, what has the Social Security got to do with the thing?
Well, you bought the pearls purely for social reason to make your gal have more security. So you pay the Social Security tax. Now, what's the number?
Well, 625-150-1098.
The last four numbers is added to the tax, $10.98. Now there's a special pearl diving tax, the federal income tax, the state control tax, and of course there's the tax. You know, there's several days.
That's something new, ain't it, that tax?
Yeah, with all the other taxes, they got to put on so much extra help down Washington, taking out all the returns. They got a tax to help pay off expenses, you see.
Yeah, a lot of taxes there, all right.
Oh, yeah, and the last one is the anti-tax tax.
Well, what is that one?
That's a tax that they got to get money for a fund to fight all them other taxes with, you see what I mean?
Well, there's some sense to that one.
Yeah. Now we got to figure all these up here. Let me see here. Put down the percentages. Divide them by the decimals, multiplies the fractions, subtract the units, add the multiplicators. 6 and 4 are 13, and 7 are 29. There it is.
How do it come out to there?
And the tax on them $10 pearls was $367.99.
Listen, Kingfish, that seems a little high. Well, tell me this, Kingfish. Who has got to collect this money?
Well, I sold the pearls, so I got to collect.
Well, you got to collect it from somebody else, because I just ain't got it. So it looked like you was the one that's going to jail.
Oh, now listen, Andy, give me my pearls, will you? Now, come on, give them to me.
Listen, if I give you them pearls, you'd be in trouble with the government on account of the tax.
Well, if you give them to me, there ain't no tax there.
Oh, yes, there is. The gift tax.
Gabby, I come over to see you to get some legal advice.
Legal advice, that's right, my line, right, my line.
But this time you're going to have to put it on the cuff.
Sorry, the line's busy.
Now, Gabby, look here. Let me tell you the whole story. First of all, it's my wife's birthday, and she wanted a present.
Well, that ain't bad. Why don't you go to the store and get something on credit?
Yeah, well, I tried that. I went to one of the biggest credit jewelers in town. First, I walked into the clerk. The clerk sent me upstairs to talk to one of the managers. He hemmed and hawed, and he sent me to the credit manager. He stalled me, too. All day long, there was nothing there but red tape. I didn't know what to do.
Why don't you just get 10 yards of red tape?
Listen, look here. This trouble that I was in is liable to cause the biggest argument me and my wife done ever had in our life.
I just finished the case where a husband and wife had a big argument. I was outside the door and I heard every word they said. She started off by calling him a good-for-nothing bum.
Yeah, what was his comeback?
He said, well, if I'm a bum, it's all your fault. Then she said, I had no business, man. You're in the first place. And then you said to her, you're making a wreck out of my life. And then she screams out real loud. She said, that's all, brother. I'm going home to mama.
What did he say?
Lovely.
You that me and my wife is really in trouble.
I can't you got to remember that marriage is a 60-40 proposition. A 60-40 proposition. If a man makes $40 a week, his wife spends 60.
Look here, when I think of all the trouble that I get in with my wife, I sometimes wonder if I got the right woman.
Oh, you're so right. That's why I'm single. What I'm looking for is a sweet, gorgeous young girl like my grandpa married. Just like my grandpa married.
Yes, but them is pretty hard to find in these times, Gabby.
Oh, no, it ain't. Grandpa just got married last week.
I took some pearls that belonged to my wife and I sold them to Andy. Then later on, I found out they're worth a lot of money and I got to get them back before my wife finds out.
Well, see, I got an idea. Why don't you go to Andy and tell him there's a curse on the pearls, that they're bad luck. Nobody wants nothing with a curse on it.
A curse? Yeah, that's a good idea. I believe I'll do that. A curse, huh? But, Gabby, suppose that don't work. How will I handle it with my wife?
Well, there ain't but one right way of doing things. Only one right way.
What's that?
Get the exact facts. Remember what happened. Get a clear picture of nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. Get a story that's on the level and above board. Then go to your wife and lie like a dog.
And it's a good, good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath, throw away your pills. Good day from morning till night.
see.
What's the matter, Kingfish?
Well, any of the pearls I sold you has got a curse on them. You was in danger.
What do you mean, a curse?
Well, the history of these pearls has left a trail of broken hearts and bad luck. Remember I told you the pearls were stolen from the Sultan of Afghanistan?
Yeah?
Well, you know, he got them from a man that was working out in the orchard.
In the orchard? What was he doing out there? You told me he was a cobbler.
Well, he was a peach cobbler, I told you. He got sick cobbling peaches on account of the pearls, you see.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Then another Sultan got a hold of the pearls, and he had 100 wives.
100 wives?
Yeah. Codes with 100 wives in the palace there, the Sultan never wanted to go out with the boys at night. Truth of the matter is, the boys wanted to come in with him, you see.
You really figured that them pearls has got a curse on them, huh?
Oh, and they definitely got a curse on them. Them pearls was owned by Napoleon and Josephine, Anthony and Cleopatra. And Sir Walter Raleigh finally gave them to Barbara 50.
Now, wait a minute, Jerry, wait a minute. How did the curse work on all them people?
They was all dead, ain't they?
Yeah, you're right. You got something there, all right.
Yeah, so, and I'm telling you, them pearls has got a curse on them, and they're bad luck for you. Now, give them back to me, and I'll handle them with rubber gloves and burn them somewhere so they ain't gonna cause nobody no trouble.
But I ain't got the pearls. I don't already give them to the girl that I was in love with.
Wait a minute, here, now. You ain't done already given to her, is you?
Yeah, I give them to her in front of her father. And that's the first time he ain't kicked me out of the house for a long time.
Oh, me, she already got them, huh? Listen, Andy, I'm gonna come clean with you.
All right, what's the trouble?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I took them pearls from my wife, and she wants them back.
Yeah, but I done give them to my girl.
Well, now, look here. Let me go home and get you another piece of my wife's jewelry. Then you give your girl that and take the pearls back.
Yeah, well, she might not want to give them up, though.
Well, I got an idea. Come on home with me first to get the jewelry, and then take me to your girl's house. I'll explain it to you on the way over there. Come on.
Josephine, I'd like to introduce Mr. Stevens.
How do you do, Mr. Stevens?
Likewise.
Mr. Stevens here is an insurance appraiser.
Yes, I was with the Infidelity Life and Jewelry Company since that age, we are the subsidiary of the Lloyds of France.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Stevens?
Thank you.
Josephine, I brought him over here to praise up your pearls.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Must have taken them all.
Yes, and by the way, with a name like Josephine, you ain't got no business flying pearls in the first place. You know, pearls come from oysters.
Well, what's that got to do with my name?
There's no R in Josephine.
Yeah, go ahead. Hand him the pearls there, Josephine. Let him put them under the microscope.
All right. Here you are, Mr. Stevens.
Well, now, let me get my jewelry glass on my right eye here. This little black glass magnifies everything. The watchmakers wear them, too, you know. I was having a tough time getting it in my eye today. Guess my socket's weak. Hold this up to my eye for me, will you, Miss Brown?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'll hold it. What'd you see there, Mr. Stevens?
Pearls. But, just as I thought, these are fake. They is weak and anemic. Must come out of a thick oyster.
What you think of them, Mr. Stevens?
Sorry to tell you, these pearls is no good, not even worth insuring.
Oh, my, how embarrassing. I already wore them and showed them to all my friends.
Well, Josephine, you was sticking your neck out with a cheap string of pearls on it.
You know, Josephine, I had a superstition that this would happen, and I don't want you to have nothing that ain't good. So here's a diamond and ruby bracelet that I got you instead.
Oh, a diamond and ruby bracelet.
Yeah, show that to your papa tonight before I come over.
Yeah, I can tell you about just glancing at that diamond and ruby bracelet. That's okay.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Here are the pearls.
Wait a minute. Give them to me, Miss Brown. I'll toss them back in the ocean and let the oysters work on them some more.
For you. Something terrible done happened.
Calm yourself, my loved one. Calm yourself. I know just what you got on your mind. Here is your pearls. Yes, loved one, I just took them out to have them clean.
Oh, my pearls. Well, I'm certainly glad to get them back. I was worried about them. But now something else worse done happened. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, what's that?
When Miss Caldwell upset heard that I was going out tonight, she loaned me her $500 diamond and ruby bracelet, and now that's gone.
Oh.
Decay Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay, and Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous, caressable hair bring you Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. It's time once again for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks, written by Al Lewis. Well, the football season is just about reaching its peak in most of the nation's high schools. But somehow the fever seems to have bypassed our Miss Brooks, who teaches English at Madison High School.
Yes, I'm afraid I've always been one of football's more passive fanatics. But as faculty advisor to the cheerleading squad, an honor foisted upon me some months ago, I was invited to a special meeting held in our principal's office during lunch period last Thursday. In addition to Mr. Conklin, those present included his daughter Harriet, Mr. Philip Boynton, our bashful biology teacher, Walter Denton, the manager of the team, and Stretch Snodgrass, star quarterback and captain. Stretch has always been something of a paradox to me. I've never been able to understand how a brain which can retain so many clever football plays can have such difficulty in spelling a word like cat. Be that as it may, Mr. Conklin wasted no time in telling us why we had been summoned.
As you all know, tomorrow is the day we play Clay City High. You also know that I consider Jason Brill, the principal of that institution, my arch rival. What you do not know is that Brill has obtained a small bear cub in honor of the Clay City Cubs, which he intends to trot out between halves. We, too, must be prepared to entertain the spectators with our mascot. It's as simple as that.
Not quite, Mr. Conklin. Our football team has always been known as the Madison Comets. It might be rather difficult to lead a comet out between halves.
That's a hot one. Imagine trying to lead it.
Let's try... Let's try to be constructive, shall we? I intend to change the name of the football team to fit the mascot we select. I'm open to your suggestions.
Before we make any suggestions, Daddy, where did Mr. Brill get the bear cub you mentioned?
From the circus, Harriet. You know the one in Moore's Meadow, which bogged down on its way to winter quarters?
Then maybe we could get something from them. Maybe even a tiger. Boy, the Madison Tigers. I can just picture it. At halftime, we lead this ferocious tiger to the Clay City bench where Mr. Brill is sitting. Can't you just see the expression on Mr. Brill's face?
I'm not going to look down a tiger's throat just for that.
No, I'm afraid a tiger isn't quite original enough, Denton.
Well, let's see. How about the Madison Monsters?
Yes, we ought to be able to pick up a cheap monster somewhere.
With you as the team's manager, Denton, that name is almost ideal. With that, you've given me an idea. It should be an alliterative name. And how about you, Snodgrass? Any ideas on the subject?
Yes, sir. What does alliterative
mean?
Don't you know either?
Alliterative means when words start with the same initial, like the Clay City Cubs or the Pittsburgh Pirates.
How about the Madison Mustangs, Mr. Conklin? We ought to be able to rent one of those for the game. And maybe Mr. Boynton could ride him around the stadium at halftime.
No, not me. No, if you wanted to borrow my pet frog, McDougal, as mascot.
Not a bad idea. Of course, we did have to get a rather tiny saddle.
No, wait a minute. Stretch, your father runs a pet shop, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, Mr. Boynton. We ain't got no animals over there that would be good for what we want them for right now, I don't think.
Where in the world did you acquire that manner of speech, Snodgrass?
I'm in Miss Brooks's English class.
Stop boasting, Stretch, or we may both be back in grammar school soon. What sort of animals do you have in the shop at the present time?
Mostly puppies and birds. Say, I got an idea. My dad got 4 brand new blue jays this morning.
Please, Stretch, Mr. Conklin isn't interested in what your father puts on his corns.
Well, I don't mean blue jay corn plasters, Miss Brooks. I mean real ones. They're awful pretty, and they could... No, if they ever flew away, my dad would lambaste the living... He'd be peeved. I know. Maybe I could bring over my turtle as a mascot.
The Madison Mud Turtles. Now, that's sort of alliterative. How big a turtle have you got, Stretch?
He's exactly 3 inches square.
Now, there's a brilliant suggestion. How could the crowd in a football stadium possibly see a 3-inch turtle?
I know. We could paint Madison in huge red letters on his back.
This meeting is getting absolutely nowhere. As usual, the important decisions have to stem from my own creative brain. I will come to a decision by the time school ends and delegate one of you to pick up the animal of my choice. You may all go to lunch now. Dismiss!
Aye, aye, sir.
Where are you going to have lunch today, Miss Brooks? Marty's malt shop?
No, Mr. Boynton, I'm going to live dangerously and go to the school cafeteria. It should be much more inspirational.
Inspirational?
Yes, I had some stew there the other day, which I'm sure would have made a wonderful mascot.
Well, school's over, Daddy. Did you think of anything yet?
Yes, Harriet, I have. Taking into consideration the fact that the Board of Education makes no financial provision for team mascots, I've decided we must get something which won't cost too much money to feed.
What did you hit on?
A gopher.
A gopher? But, Daddy...
If it's good enough for Minnesota, it's good enough for us. We'll just capture one this evening in our backyard. Excuse me, Harriet. Principal's office. Osgood Conklin on this end.
Hello, Osgood. This is Martha, dear, your wife.
I know your title. I conferred it on you. Now, what is it, my dear?
Well, I'm afraid I have some rather distressing news.
Your brother is staying over another day?
No, dear. I broke one of your favorite bookends. I was cleaning it, and it just slipped out of my hands. I don't know how it
There have been greater disasters known to man, Martha. We'll simply replace the bookend.
But it was a gift, dear. I don't know where they were purchased, and... Wait a minute. Miss Brooks was admiring them just the other day at tea. She said she saw an identical pair in a curio shop right near her house. Do you think it would be asking too much to have her pick one up for us?
It would be a labor of love for the woman. My teachers adore me, you know.
Yes, dear, I know.
Which bookend was it, Martha? What design?
It was the one with the elephant on it, Osgood. She'll remember it all right.
Then the matter is closed. Think no more of it, my dear. I'll see you in just a little while. Oh, by the way, Martha, I'm rather tired, so when I do come home, I'll take a little nap in the living room. Please see that the squealing urchins with which our neighborhood abounds are shooed as far away from our porch as possible.
I'll try, Osgood. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye. Now then, Harriet, fetch Miss Brooks at once, if you please.
I can't, Daddy. She's gone home.
The speed with which they depart is always a revelation to me. Now, take this note, child. Attention, Miss Brooks. I want you to purchase at once an elephant bookend of the type you admired so much at our house recently. Now, take that right over to Miss...
Gosh, Daddy, if you're going to send me on any errands, I just can't go. I've got volleyball practice with the team this minute.
But I promised your mother I've got to
let
get
me look out in the hall. Maybe somebody's still around. Stretch! Oh, Stretch!
Hi, Harriet. What can I do for you?
You can deliver a note, boy. Do you know where Miss Brooks lives?
Yes, sir, with Mrs. Davis.
Right. Now, take this note right over to her, will you?
Sure, Mr. Conklin. Where does Mrs. Davis live?
The address is 295 Carroll Avenue. Now, be sure she gets that message immediately.
Don't worry about me, Mr. Conklin. When it comes to messages, I'm like the Pony Express. I always get my man. See you later, Harriet. Pony boy, won't you be my pony boy?
Oh, Stretch, would you come here a moment?
Oh, hi, Mr. Boynton. What can I do for you?
Well, you can let me have a piece of paper, if you will. I'd like to copy down the football schedule that's on the bulletin board here.
Well, sure, Mr. Boynton. Here's a piece of this paper I don't need. Nothing wrote on it anyhow.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I'm glad to be of service. See you at the game tomorrow.
Okay, Stretch. Now, I'll just... That's funny. There's nothing written on the front, but what's this on the back? It says, bookend of the type you admired so much at our house recently. Oh, well, it can't be very important if Stretch had it.
I don't like to bother you at home like this, Miss Brooks, but Mr. Conklin said it was important that you get this message right away.
Let's see it, Stretch.
Oh, I took the liberty of reading it on the way over. Looks like you've been decorated to get our mascot.
I've been degulated, all right. Attention, Miss Brooks. I want you to purchase at once an elephant.
Boy. What a mascot. Mr. Conklin sure went whole hog.
You went whole elephant. This must be some kind of joke. I'd better call him up and find out what it's all about. Are you sure you got this note directly from Mr. Conklin?
Sure. He handed it to me in his office as I was
Hello?
walking.
Quiet, Stretch. Hello?
Be brief, please. Wasted words are wasted time. Osgood Conklin speaking.
Mr. Conklin, this is Miss Brooks.
Naturally. I was trying to take a nap. This, I might add, is the third time in 1 week you have jangled me out of my afternoon doze. Now, what is it you want?
I just got your note, Mr. Conklin, about this elephant.
As I recall, Miss Brooks, the note was quite simply written. I don't expect you to be the greatest English teacher in the world, but I do expect you to be able to read a few simple sentences in the language.
But, Mr. Conklin,
Now, please do as I've asked and let me get some sleep.
But, Mr. Conklin, what kind do you want?
You've seen them before, Miss Brooks. Just get one.
But, Mr. Conklin, the money, how will I pay
Charge it to me. Now, for heaven's sake, ring off and don't call me back till you've got it.
Yes, sir. Stretch, we're going to need some transportation. Is your jalopy out front?
Sure, Miss Brooks. Where are we going?
We're going down to the Bombay branch of Gimbals and charge an elephant.
Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, will continue in just a moment. But first, here is Vern Smith. Now, proof that brushing teeth right after eating with Colgate Dental Cream helps stop tooth decay before it starts. Continuous research, hundreds of case histories, makes this the most conclusive proof in all dentifrice research on tooth decay. Eminent dental authorities supervised hundreds of college men and women for over 2 years. One group always brushed their teeth with Colgates right after eating. The other followed their usual dental care. The group using Colgate Dental Cream as directed, using Colgates exclusively, showed a startling reduction in average number of cavities, far less tooth decay. The other group developed new cavities at a much higher rate. No other dentifrice offers proof of these results. Modern research indicates decay is caused by mouth acids, which are at their worst after meals or snacks. Brushing teeth with Colgate as directed helps remove acids before they harm enamel. Yes, Colgate contains all the necessary ingredients, including an exclusive patented ingredient for effective daily dental care. So remember, always use Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay.
Well, Thursday afternoon, Stretch's jalopy wouldn't start until it was too late to go to the circus grounds. So I made arrangements with Mr. Boynton to pick me up the following morning. Friday, I awoke bright and early and brushed my teeth extra well. I wasn't going to let any elephant's tusks outshine mine. Then I joined my landlady, Mrs. Davis, in the dinette.
Why, Connie, it's only 9 o'clock, and this is Armistice Day. There's no school. What are you doing up so early?
I'm going on an elephant hunt, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, that's nice, dear. Now, how do you want your toast? Buttered or... What did you say?
I said I'm going on an elephant hunt.
In America?
Of course.
I don't want to pry into your personal life, Connie. But why?
Because Mr. Conklin wants one.
Oh, I see. Well, if you'll just drink your juice now, I'll go in. Mr. Conklin wants an elephant.
For a mascot, Mrs. Davis. I guess he's trying to outshine Jason Brill's bear cub.
Well, that should do it.
If it's any kind of an elephant at all, it should.
Where are you going to look for the beast, Connie?
Down at Moore's Meadow. Beck Brothers Circus got stuck on their way to winter quarters. Equipment trouble or something. Anyway, they might be willing to rent us one of their performing elephants for the big game.
Sounds logical. Who's driving you down, dear?
He is. I mean, Mr. Boynton. I left the door unlocked for him. Come in, Mr. Boynton.
Well, I'll get some dishes and set another place for him. Hi, Miss Brooks.
Walter, what are you doing here?
Stretch told me all about the mascot last night, Miss Brooks. I think it's just about the most sensational idea ever, even if Mr. Conklin did get it. Here we are. Oh, hi, Mrs. Davis. Hello, Mr. Boynton. Huh? Like me, Walter Denton. Oh, of course it is. I wasn't looking. Won't you have a snack with us, dear? Oh, sure I will. Thanks. What do you think of the new setup, Mrs. Davis? The Madison Mammoths. That's what the team will be called, of course.
Mammoth?
Sure, because of the elephant mascot. You remember those prehistoric, hairy old elephants, don't you, Miss Brooks?
Not personally. Oh, that must be Mr. Boynton now. Come in.
I'll get another cup and saucer for you.
Hello, Miss Brooks. Hi, Walter.
Hello, Stretch.
Hi, pal. Pull up a chair. Here we are.
Morning, Mrs. Davis.
Hello, Mr. Boynton.
One more strike and you're out, Mrs. Davis. It's Stretch Snodgrass.
Oh, so it is. What can I get for you, dear? Would you like an egg?
I'm in training, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, I see.
I'd like 4 eggs.
Oh, and how do you want them, Stretch?
With ham and.
With ham and what?
Bacon. And if I could have some milk, too, please, and bread.
What's the sense in renting one? We're raising our own elephant right
I'll get you boys what you want in a jiffy. Coffee's right on the buffet front.
Thanks, Mrs. Davis. Come in.
Morning, Miss Brooks. Hello, boys.
Hi, Mr. Boynton. Sit down, Mr. Boynton. Have a cup of coffee while I tell you where I want you to take me this morning.
Well, thanks, Miss Brooks. I was rather curious about our destination.
Yes? Well, we're going to pick up an elephant together.
Oh, then we better not spend too much time sitting around and... You say an elephant?
Oh, that's right, Mr. B. Isn't it terrific?
She's going to be our mascot. Can we go with you when you get him, Miss Brooks?
Absolutely not, Stretch. The people that run the circus won't do any business with us at all if they think this is nothing but the childish scheme it is. I mean, Mr. Boynton and myself are going alone.
Well, now, just a minute, Miss Brooks. Did Mr. Conklin actually say he wanted an elephant to be our mascot?
Indubitably.
Irrevocably.
Yeah.
Well, this beats everything. I've heard of some pretty strange mascots in my time. In fact, when I was coaching at State Normal, we had a guinea pig. The little fella grew quite attached to me, too. He used to curl up in my lap all the time.
I'll bet he looked real cute.
Matter of fact, he did. Yeah, you know, most animals will lie down in your lap once they grow attached to you.
That's fine, Mr. Boynton. With a little luck, maybe our new mascot will grow attached to Mr. Conklin. Now, finish your coffee. We're off to the circus ground.
Nothing quite as deserted as an empty circus lot, is there, Miss Brooks?
I've always thought any empty lot was pretty deserted. This one is rather grim, though. Nothing left but a few broken-down animal cages and some rusty equipment.
Here's the administration car, Miss Brooks. Beck Brothers, private. Well, that must be the office.
Well, as they used to say before television, let's go in.
Come in.
Good morning, gentlemen. My name's Boynton, and this is Miss Brooks.
How do you do? Beck is the name. Mike Beck.
Beck is the name. Dan Beck.
You must be the Beck Brothers.
Give that man a box of bazooka bubble gum. We'll come right to the point, gentlemen. You see, we're teachers at Madison High School, and our principal wants us to procure a mascot for our football team.
Sounds like a nice idea.
Very nice idea.
We furnished a mascot to Mr. Brill of Clay City High just the other day. Nice little bear it was.
Very nice little bear.
Well, thank you, little Sir Echo, but
Of course, most of our animals, as well as the performers and circus personnel, have already entrained for winter quarters in Florida.
But you do have some animals still on the grounds, don't you?
Well, what kind did you want?
We want an elephant.
An elephant?
But we just have one elephant left.
To some people, that seems like a lot.
Would you be willing to rent it out for a while?
Rent it out? Well, frankly, we never thought about doing anything like that.
No, we never thought of doing anything like that.
We'd take very good care of the animal.
Very good care of the animal. Now, I'm doing it. Look, your season is over, and you don't need the elephant to perform today.
Oh, Freddie couldn't perform today anyway.
Freddie?
Yes, that's why we kept him behind with us. He met with a little accident a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we might as well tell him the truth then. You see, folks, Freddie backed into the lion's cage, and, well, he sort of had his tail bitten off.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes, now he can't make a circle with the other elephant. But he's perfectly all right in every other way.
He's a fine mascot for your team, Miss Brooks, and we wouldn't charge any rental fee at all.
Well, the price is certainly right. But why are you doing this?
To save money on the elephant's feed bill.
He's a good eater, Freddie is.
I'll bet he eats like a horse.
But, Mr. Beck, how do we get Freddie into town?
And when do you want him back?
Just walk him in behind your car.
And we'd like him back next April.
Next April?
Provided, of course, that you promise to take good care of him. You see, we're leaving tonight.
Oh, we just wanted a mascot for the Clay City game.
Wait a minute, Mr. Boynton. Maybe Mr. Conklin would keep him for the rest of the season. Freddie could be mascot for other things besides football.
But, Miss Brooks, an elephant.
Could I use your phone, please?
Certainly, right here.
Thanks. We'll leave it up to Mr. Conklin. It was his idea in the first place, and
Hello?
he said...
Miss Brooks, I presume.
How did you know, Mr. Conklin?
I was taking my afternoon nap.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Conklin, but about the elephant.
Didn't you get that elephant yet?
I'm about to get it right now, sir, but, well, you'll have to keep this one longer
I
than...
promise you, Miss Brooks, my wife will be very careful of this one. Now, I'd like to get back to sleep if you don't mind. The kids in this neighborhood have kept me up half the day already.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Conklin, before you hang up, where shall I bring it?
Bring it? Bring it to my house, of course. Now, goodbye.
Goodbye. Mr. Beck.
Yes?
Got a hunk of rope?
Well... Here's Mr. Conklin's house, Miss Brooks.
Good. You better tie Freddie up to the front porch, and I'll go in and tell him we're here. Better take him over the side so he doesn't tie up traffic.
All right, Miss Brooks. Come on, Freddie. This way, Freddie.
Go on, Freddie. On the road to Mandalay, where the flying fishes play, and the dawn comes up like thunder.
Let's have the rest of the concert indoors, shall we?
Sorry, Mr. Conklin.
Step into the living room, please.
Of course.
Now then, Miss Brooks, did you bring it?
Yes, sir. It's right outside.
Outside? Why didn't you bring it in?
Look, Mr. Conklin, I know you've been rather harassed recently, but we've got to get a few things settled immediately. First of all, where are you going to keep it?
Right next to those books on the piano.
Huh?
But I'm afraid I... Oh, hello, Miss Brooks.
Hello, Mrs. Conklin.
I was about to tell you, dear, that I have some disappointing news. There's nothing caught in that snare you set by the porch last night.
Oh, confound. I was planning to use that gopher as our mascot this afternoon.
Gopher? You want a gopher for a mascot?
What did you think I wanted, an elephant?
That reminds me, Miss Brooks. Did you pick up the elephant bookend that we wanted replaced?
Elephant bookend?
You received my note yesterday, didn't you?
Some of it. I mean, apparently there was something not quite clear, Mr.
It was
Conklin.
perfectly clear, Miss Brooks. Allow me to recall it for you verbatim. It said, quote, attention, comma, Miss Brooks, dash, I want you to purchase at once an elephant bookend of the type you admired so much at our house recently, period, unquote. Well?
Oh, brother, exclamation point.
Oh, listen to those kids, Martha. If we don't move out of this neighborhood soon, my blood pressure will
Now,
just...
please, dear, calm yourself. The children are just playing.
Well, I'm going to the window and stop them.
No!
I won't have them...
I mean, you mustn't go to the window now, Mr. Conklin. Somebody might throw something, a ball or something.
But that shouting and racket is...
Oh, it isn't really so bad. You're just overwrought.
Of course, dear. In your nervous state, you exaggerate all
What was that?
What?
An earthquake! Quick! Quick, let's get out of here!
No, Mr. Conklin, you mustn't go outside.
I'm not going to be trapped in here like a rat. Come on! An elephant is tied to our house! What's the meaning of this?
Just relax, Mr. Conklin. Things will be nice and quiet in a few minutes. Freddie is moving us to a dead-end street.
Eve Arden as our Miss Brooks returns in just a moment. But first,
Dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl.
tonight, yes, tonight, show him how much lovelier your hair can look after a Luster Cream shampoo. Luster Cream, world's finest shampoo. No other shampoo in the world gives K-Doom its magic blend of secret ingredients plus gentle lanolin. Not a soap, not a liquid. Luster Cream shampoo leaves hair 3 ways lovelier. Fragrantly clean, free of loose dandruff, glistening with sheen, soft, manageable. Even in hardest water, Luster Cream lathers instantly. No special rinse needed after a Luster Cream shampoo. So gentle, Luster Cream is wonderful even for children's hair. Tonight, yes, tonight, try Luster Cream shampoo.
Dream girl, beautiful luster cream girl. You owe your crowning glory to our luster cream shampoo.
And now, once again, here is our Miss Brooks.
Well, Mr. Conklin stormed off to the football game after warning us not to bring Freddie near the stadium. This left just a cozy little group consisting of Freddie, myself, and a rather haggard-looking Mr. Boynton.
Well, this is terrible, Miss Brooks. With Mr. Conklin refusing to accept any responsibility in this matter, we're in something of a predicament.
How do you mean, Mr. Boynton? We'll just take Freddie back to the Beck brothers.
You forget, Miss Brooks, by now they're on their way to their winter quarters in Florida. Where in the world is Freddie going to sleep tonight?
Maybe we could get him a room at the Y.
Please, Miss Brooks, be serious.
All right. How big is your place?
This pachyderm has to be fed and sheltered.
Calm down, Mr. Boynton. I think I have the solution. We'll simply return Freddie to his winter quarters.
But, Miss Brooks, who can afford a train ticket for a creature this size?
Train ticket, nothing. We'll just point him south and give him a shove. An elephant never forgets.
Next week, tune into another Our Miss Brooks show brought to you by Luster Cream Shampoo for soft, glamorous, caressable hair and Colgate Dental Cream to clean your breath while you clean your teeth and help stop tooth decay. Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden, is produced by Larry Burns, directed by Al Lewis, with music by Wilbur Hatch.
Men, do you shave with a lather or brushless shave cream? Palmolive shaving cream comes both ways, and whichever way you prefer to shave, you'll find that using either Palmolive brushless or Palmolive lather shaving cream can bring you more comfortable, actually smoother shaves. Here's the proof. 2,548 men tried the new Palmolive way to shave described on the tube. And no matter how they had shaved before, 3 out of every 4 got more comfortable, actually smoother shaves. Get Palmolive brushless or Palmolive lather shaving cream today.
Did you know that the hotel business, now observing National Hotel Week, is the 7th largest industry in America? What's more, they're constantly working to further add to your convenience and comfort. In short, complete modernization of your home away from home. Remember, the hotels are America's hospitality industry. Be with us again next week at this same time for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks. Bob Lamont speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, the Raleigh Cigarette Program, starring Red Skelton with Ozzie Nelson and his orchestra, Harriet Hilliard, and Wonderful Smith. When we talk to you about Raleigh cigarettes, remember this. We're not asking you to switch to Raleigh's just because of what we say. All we ask is that you make this one simple comparison and prove to yourself the superiority of Raleigh cigarettes. Compare the open ends of a pack of Raleigh's with any other cigarettes. Any others. You'll find the tobacco in Raleigh's unmistakably more golden in color. And what does this mean? Well, experts judge tobacco quality by color. They know that golden tobaccos are choicer, more expensive. And by this simple comparison, you can see for yourself that Raleigh cigarettes do give you the finer, the more expensive golden tobaccos. That's why Raleighs are distinctively outstanding in taste and flavor. And Raleigh cigarettes give you valuable coupons, too. Redeemable for over 70 luxury premiums. They are redeemable for United States defense stamps and bonds. Yes, you can buy bonds with Raleigh coupons. Friends, it pays in many ways to smoke Raleighs. The pack with a coupon on the back. Raleigh cigarettes. With their version of Fine and Dandy. And now the star of our show, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's newest young comedian, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you tonight, Truman?
Hi, Skelton. Say, Red, you look a little tired tonight.
Yeah, I am a little tired, Truman. I was up all night guarding my rubber galoshes.
Now, wait a minute, Red. Nobody would steal your rubber galoshes.
Oh, no. Last week somebody stole my uncle's upper plate.
Really?
Yeah, and not only that, they picked all the rubber out and sent the gold back. Say, did you hear what they're going to do with the Charlie Chaplin picture, The Gold Rush?
No, what?
They're going to make it over and call it The Rubber Rush.
Well, I guess you're right, Red. When you leave your car out on the street these days, you're really taking a chance.
Yeah, speaking of taking a chance, have you noticed how everybody misses Santa Anita?
Say, they really do miss Santa Anita, don't they?
Yeah, thousands of people are homeless.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. With Santa Anita closed, I've now got a shirt to send to the laundry.
See, I'm having a little trouble with them, too. I wish that laundry would leave a little more shirt on my cuffs.
Red, last year, did you go to Santa Anita much?
Not after I had that embarrassing experience.
You had an embarrassing experience?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, after the last race, I was climbing back over the fence, and I tore my barrel.
My grandmother came home in a barrel once.
She did, Ozzie?
Yes, it was a small barrel, and she couldn't get it off.
She couldn't? What happened?
Nothing. She just aged in the wood.
Hello, Red.
Hello, Harriet. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, say, am I interrupting anything?
No, I was just talking to Uzi.
Say, Red, is it true that you're disappointed about Santa Anita being closed just because you bought a horse?
Well, yes.
Is he a racehorse?
Well, I don't know. Every time somebody yells they're off, he looks at him and says, "You can't kid me. I don't wear any."
It doesn't sound like a very intelligent horse.
I guess not, but he's very nervous and high-strung.
He is?
Yeah, the slightest noise and he'll rear up on his knees.
I saw a picture of your horse in that new movie magazine called Stardom.
Oh, yeah, Stardom magazine. Say, that wasn't a picture of my horse. That was me.
Oh, my goodness. Who was riding you?
My girl's father.
I had a girlfriend once.
What'd she do, lose an election bet?
No, she was a very nice girl, as a matter of fact, but she was very fat.
Well, just how fat was she?
Well, one night she sang, "All of me, why not take all of me?" And they did, in a truck.
Poor Ozzie. Somebody ought to tell him that the blackout's over.
Never mind, Ozzie Red. Tell me more about your horse.
Well, last week at one of those eastern tracks, he ran in his first race, and I bet all the money I had in the world on him.
Gee, you bet all the money you had?
Yeah.
How'd he make out?
Could you spare a dime for a cup of coffee?
It seems the general public has been led to understand that we musicians talk with a lot of special words. Of all the silly notions about guys that play in bands, that is the absurdest of absurds. Musicians speak plain English, just like normal people do. Hey! They don't talk in any special way. Now, for instance, if a trumpet player buys himself a suit, he'll just walk into a tailor shop and he'll say, "I want a suit with a reed pleat, with a drape shape and a stuff cuff, to look sharp enough to see my Sunday gal. I want a reed sleeve with a right stripe and a dress vest with a glad plaid in the latest fad to see my Sunday gal. I want to look keen so my dream will say, you don't look like the same beau, so keen that you'll scream, here comes my walking rainbow. So make a zoot suit with a wreath pleat, with a great shape, and a stuffed cuff to look sharp enough to see my Sunday gal. Now, could anything be simpler than that? Are you folks hep to what I'm driving at? Now, that's the kind of jive that's all the go. Here comes a debutante I know. Let's listen to her.
I want a brown gown with the top, with the hip slit, and the lace waist in the sharpest taste to see my Sunday man. I want a scat hat with the trim brim and the zag with the wrist zip to look plenty hip to see my Sunday man. I want to look keen so my dream will say, ain't I the lucky fella, so keen that he'll scream. Baby's in Technicolor, so make a brown gown with the top, with the hip slip, and the straight-laced waist in the sharpest taste to see my Sunday man.
That was Harriet and Ozzie getting in the groove with a zoot suit. Mighty solid sending, too.
Thanks, Red. So you sure had fun up in San Francisco, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll say.
How'd it feel to be in the big city and see all the big buildings?
I've seen big buildings before. In fact, I used to work in them.
You did?
Sure, and to prove it, let's peek in on a few things that happen in office buildings. First, we have an office of a big insurance man. Hello, Death Valley Life.
I would like to buy some fire insurance.
Fire insurance? Where's your house? I'll be right over.
Oh, I don't have a house.
Then what do you want with fire insurance?
Well, I've been suffering lately with a heartburn.
Yes. I hope that writer is well out of town by now. Say, misdemeanor, were there any more calls?
Yes, sir. A man called and wanted some rain insurance, but I didn't sell him any.
Well, why didn't you? It never rains in California.
Oh, no? Well, what are those dark clouds overhead?
Those are empties coming back from Florida. Say, did you call Wonderful, the new Shine Boy?
Yes, sir. He's on his way up.
Yeah, the first chance I get, I'm going to sell him a policy, too.
Good morning, sir, Mrs. Skelton. Could you use a shoe shine?
Yes, I could, but be very careful about getting polish on my underwear. Say, how's business?
Oh, I'm still operating in the black.
Yeah.
Would you like a cream shine or a regular shine?
Well, how much is the cream?
15 cents with choice of 2 cereals.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to spend too much money on these shoes. The rubber heels are nearly gone.
Well, why don't you buy a new pair, sir?
New pair of rubber heels? You kidding? I couldn't even afford to have a retread. Go ahead and shine my shoes, though.
All right, so just put your foot right up here.
Okay.
My.
What's wrong? Something the matter with my feet?
No, sir, there ain't nothing the matter with them. But they sure been getting plenty of vitamins, ain't they?
Are you inferring that my feet are big?
Oh, no, sir, I didn't say that. But there's something I'd like to ask.
Yeah, what's that?
What shipyards do you get these shoes from?
Now, come on and shine my shoes, will you?
Oh, by the way, I had a little trouble last week. Some arsenic accidentally mixed with my shoe polish.
Oh, did your customers complain?
They couldn't. They died with their boots on.
Well, now, I'll just work. Don't make so much noise with that shine rag.
All right, sir. I'll be as quiet as a graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard. Say, that reminds me. Do you carry any insurance?
Sir?
I say, do you carry any insurance?
No, sir. It's all I can do to drag myself around.
No. I mean, do you have an insurance policy? What'll happen if you die?
The Los Angeles Chamber of Commerce will deny it. Well, what kind of policies do you carry, sir?
Well, I've sold a lot of policies to the movie stars. Lana Turner took out jewelry insurance. Dorothy Lamour took out sarong insurance. And Gypsy Rose Lee took out insurance, too.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, my last policy I sold to Buddy Bear. It was a 2-minute endowment policy.
But my boy beat him in 256.
Yeah, we paid him right on the spot. Of course, we cleaned up the spot first. Say, now, how about taking out an insurance policy?
Well, I don't know. How much do they cost?
Well, that's a question of what kind of a policy you want. Now, we have a special policy that pays you, that's in the event of death, $50 a week for the rest of your life.
That sounds suspiciously good.
You mean you'll take one?
Let's step into this next room here and roll these Central Avenue golf balls. And if you win, I buy the insurance.
Okay, I was always pretty lucky at dice.
Hello? Yes, Valley Life Insurance. Just a minute. Be careful there, Bub. Don't get the polish on my sock.
Okay. Then we have a lady and her little boy. They're going to visit the papa's office, and Harriet, you be my mother, and I'll be the mean old kid, huh?
Step right into the elevator. Going up.
Oh, boy.
What's the matter, Junior? Is your heart in your mouth?
No, but I think my pants are in the basement.
10th floor. Let them out in front, please.
Hey, let them out in the back, too. That door closed on me pants.
Oh, leave it to you to get into trouble. Here, let me unhook your pants.
Okay, don't tell me, no, all I got.
All right, there, now, let's get going.
Okay. Mommy, is this where Pop's office is at in this big building?
Yes, darling. Here's your father's office. See the sign on the door?
Oh, yeah, it says Opportunity Investment Company. No bet too small, suckers cleaned and died.
Junior, that's not your father's office. It's this one over here where it says Smith, 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 and Brown.
How did Brown get in there?
Well, he's the only one with a brand new set of tires. Come on. We'll go and see your father.
Okay. It's a big place, ain't it?
Well, this is your father's office. That's his secretary over there.
That beautiful blonde with the blue eyes is Pop's secretary?
Yes, that's her.
Gee, we thought Pop was doing air raid warden duty, didn't we, Ma?
Good morning, Mrs. S. I see the little monster is unshackled today.
Oh! Junior, what are you doing to that man's shoe?
It's all right, Mom. I will get the fire extinguisher.
Young man, what you need is a good stropping. Why don't you give it to him?
Well, I'd like to, but my husband uses an electric razor.
Then why don't you plug him?
Junior, put that bean blower away.
Well, I'll hit him.
It's not polite to point. Seems to me that you've been looking for a spanking.
I don't have to look for him. They're always there.
Now, come on. Come on. We'll go in your father's private office.
Okay. Oh, there's more room than that big place, ain't there?
Father, good morning, dear.
Good morning, darling.
What's that with you?
Well, it's Junior, our son.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought I'd been drinking. How are you feeling, Junior? Been eating your spinach?
Yeah, I've been eating my spinach.
Are you sure you've been eating your spinach?
Yes, I've been eating my spinach. What do you want me to do to prove it? Chew my cud?
Daddy, Junior's been a very good boy, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I need some money to buy him some clothes.
You need some money?
Well, yes, dear, I do need some money. Really, I do. I know I shouldn't have come here, but it was necessary. Well, I know I shouldn't have bothered you while you were working, but I just got to have some money. I just got to.
What a performance!
Now, Junior, you keep quiet. Go away now. Let me talk to your father.
Okay. Mommy, I would just look at the view from that window. Gee, we sure high up, ain't we?
Junior, stop leaning out of that window. You might fall on somebody. Did you hear me?
Don't yell at me. You scared me, too.
Now, as I was saying, Homer. Wait a minute. Where's Junior?
I'm up here on the chandelier, Mommy.
Oh! Now where are you?
Just like the Nazis, I've fallen back to our new position. I ain't a bad boy, ain't I, Mommy?
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm happy with myself.
And if you do that again... Listen to me. If you do that again, I'll stop paying the carrying charges on you.
Yeah.
I've got a good mind to smack the...
Don't you hit me. You hit me, I will tell.
You'll tell what?
I would tell everybody that you used to be a live bait girl on a Barracuda bar.
Oh, Junior, why can't you be a good boy?
I don't know.
I know you're a good boy down deep inside of you now, aren't you?
Yeah, I got that locked-in flavor. But I never let it out.
Well, your father and I are going into the next room to talk. Now, you stay here in his office.
Okay.
And there's one thing that I want to warn you about.
What's that, Mommy?
Don't throw the ink bottle into the electric fan.
I won't, Mommy, but thanks for the idea. Well, here I am, all alone. See, look at that big pencil sharpener. That gives me an idea. I think I would stick my finger in the sharpener and get a manicure. No, I won't neither. Gee, I get bored. I think I will go over and throw another brick through Mrs. Duffington's window. Oh, look, there's the telephone. Let me see. Who do I know in Moscow? No, I changed my mind. I think I'll just snoop around a bit. Gee, there's that big bottle of ink. Nice black ink, too. There's the electric fan. If I do, I get a whipping. I do it. I will turn on the electric fan and throw the bottle of ink into it. Hold on your hat, folks. Here comes the bottle of ink into the electric fan.
Junior, my goodness, what happened? Say something. Say something.
Damn it. orchestra playing the wait, I'll get it. The Pulpicata pedal. You pick out another title, Ed. Next week you announce your own numbers.
You need an announcer, Red. I'm your man.
Okay, Brad, the mic is yours.
Friends, let's play a little game. In this hand, I hold a lot of colorful advertising. In the other, a very beautiful gift. Now, you can't have both, even though both in reality are advertising. Which do you choose? Why, the gift, of course. And it's on this principle that Raleigh cigarettes advertise to you. The magnificent premiums you get with Raleigh coupons are a form of Raleigh cigarette advertising. Bought and paid for out of our profits, just like any other advertising. It is our belief that this is the best way to dramatize, that is, to pleasantly impress upon you that Raleighs give you more for your money. A cigarette blended from only the golden, the choicer, more expensive tobaccos for far greater smoking pleasure. The finest cigarette modern equipment and scientific manufacture can produce. Frankly, we want to spend our advertising money with you because we feel that will do us the most good. For every time you see one of the 70 handsome premiums, you'll be reminded over and over that it pays in many ways to smoke Raleighs. The pack with a coupon on the back. Raleigh cigarettes. Now back to Red Skelton, where we find him as Clem, the fellow from the country. Clem is now in the city working as a window washer on one of those tall office buildings.
Well, here I am. Way up on the 86th floor, washing windows. Oh, if I had the window. And if I step back, I will. Do-de-do. Well, got that one pretty. Well, I'll step over to the next window now. Oh, I dropped my lunch. Gee whiz. I'm glad it wasn't in me. I wonder where Daisy June is. She's scrubbing one of these offices along here somewhere. Here's an office. I'll see if she's in there. I just poked my head through the window. Don't worry, folks. Didn't cut myself. It's that safety glass.
Hello, Clem.
Well, Daisy June. Who are you, Daisy June?
Just dandy, Clem. How do you like washing windows on the 86th floor?
It's okay, but the elevators ain't running. And every time I fall off, it's an awful long walk back up.
Well, I guess I better go and scrub some floors now.
That scrubbing's hard work, ain't it?
Clem, I got so many splinters in my knees, I wash them with beeswax. I don't like this job, Clem.
No, what's wrong with being a scrub woman, Daisy June?
Well, nothing, but I'm just not used to this kind of thing. I'm used to doing delicate work like plowing or pitching hay.
Well, I like you this way with your blue eyes and your brown skin and your blonde broom.
This office here, they got it awful dirty.
Yo, it is a little dirty, ain't it? They've been throwing a party.
Yeah, and they threw it all over the floor. Besides, I don't like being a scrub woman anyway. You promised me that if I came to the city, you'd get me a job in the Follies.
Well, I did get you a job in the Follies.
Yeah, but who wants to spend every night in the theater scraping the gum off them seats? I ain't happy. I want a fur coat like them other girls.
Oh, Daisy June. You don't want to be like them other girls, do you?
That I do. I want an apartment and lots of jewelry, too.
Well, you got jewelry.
I have?
Sure. Don't you remember that beer bottle top necklace I gave you?
Oh, that ain't worth anything. It's just tin, and tin ain't worth nothing.
Well, that's what you think. From what I read in the papers, it won't be long till you'll be going into a grocery store and say, give me a bag of soup.
Well, maybe you're right, Clem. Maybe I should be happy here in the city.
Yeah, well, I gotta mosey along now. I gotta wash those windows in the stockbroker's office.
I finished cleaning up in there, but I had a little trouble with the ticker tape.
You did?
Yeah, I washed it out all right, but had no place to hang it up.
No, I made a mistake the other night. I used too much soap when I scrubbed the floor.
Well, they should have told you that soap lathers very quick.
Yeah, sure was funny, though. 2 days, the second floor had a head on it.
Oh, my back. Clem, I'm tired of being a scrub-woman in this here office building. I'm going to quit.
Now, Daisy June, you don't want to quit being a scrub woman now.
Well, why not?
Because I bring you a present. Here, I will unwrap it for you. You'll love it. There, what do you think of it?
Clem, you shouldn't have done it.
Yes, I should. It's just what you needed, a new mop bucket.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll help you wash the windows.
Would you?
Sure. I'll just step out and wash the windows around the corner.
Okay.
Clem! Clem, the building is falling! I'm falling!
Well, hold on, Daisy June. I'll come and help you. I must be brave. I must be strong. I must be nuts. No.
Oh, Clem, watch out, you fall!
Well, what do you know? I bounced.
And the band are playing Anything Goes. So here goes for a message of particular interest to all pipe smokers.
Pipe smokers, from the first puff to the very last, Sir Walter Raleigh is richer, more flavor-packed. That's because Sir Walter Raleigh is made from selected burleys, carefully cured and aged, and blended into a masterful mixture that's richer, smoother. And Sir Walter Raleigh's particular crimp cut assures cool, biteless smoking. It has an extra pleasing, fragrant aroma, too. Yes, gentlemen, start smoking Sir Walter Raleigh, and you'll finish each pipeful with the proof that it's the quality pipe tobacco of America. Tonight, try Sir Walter Raleigh.
Red Skelton with Ozzie Nelson and his orchestra, Harriet Hilliard, Wonderful Smith, and yours truly, Truman Bradley, will all be back at the same time next Tuesday. Until then...
This is Red Skelton saying goodbye now. Thanks for listening.
Red Skelton is heard on this program through the courtesy of the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studio. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
It's new. It's amazing. It's Prell. P-R-E-L-L. Prell Shampoo. Yes, Procter & Gamble's new Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. From the stage of the RKO Grand Theater in Cincinnati, Ohio, Prell brings you The Life of Riley. Prell, the shampoo that removes unsightly dandruff, leaves hair radiantly lovely, presents The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. Although Chester A. Riley lives in California, he has never had any contact with the movie industry in Hollywood. Then, some days ago, Universal Studios had a sneak preview of a new film called The Life of Riley. The audience reaction to this new comedy delighted the executives of the studio. But how could they know of the reaction of a certain Chester A. Riley?
I tell you, it's an insult. That picture is an attack to my character.
Oh, Riley, once and for all, will you get it through your head that the man in that Life of Riley picture has nothing to do with you?
Well, people will think it has. In the picture, the guy's called Chester Riley, ain't he?
Well, that's just a coincidence, Daddy.
Yeah, he's a big jerk, ain't he?
No. He's a very lovable character.
Pop, it's really a swell comedy.
Yeah, comedy. I hear the picture's laughable. I hear there's one scene where the poor dope is so henpecked that on payday he runs right home and hands his pay envelope to his wife without ever opening it.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you get paid today?
Yeah, here it is, Duncan. They got no right blackening my character, making me the henpecked type.
Here's your allowance, dear.
Thank you. Why couldn't they get an actor? Why couldn't they get an actor like Gregory Peck to play Riley instead of that big lug they got doing it now?
Oh, Gregory Peck? Yum, yum. Are you kidding, Riley?
Yeah, why not? If Gregory Peck was Chester Riley, that'd be okay with me.
It'd be okay with me, too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's right. Laugh at me. Make fun of me. A fine thing. My own family thinks I'm a big joke.
Oh, now take it easy, dear.
Yeah, well, I don't have to stand here and be made a laughing stock.
Riley, where are you going?
I'm leaving this house and I may never come back. Not never, ever.
That man. Oh, it's the fourth time this week he's left home for good.
Fine thing. A man's own family giving him the horse laugh. I tell you, Gillis, I'm thinking of leaving home.
Well, don't blame your family, Riley. Blame that their movie studio.
Yeah?
Riley, if I was you, I'd make them pay.
Pay?
Yeah, so on.
You can sue for this?
Why, sure. It's libel and defamation of character.
Yeah? You think I got a case?
I'll say you have. Why, the Riley in that picture is nothing but a bubble and smoke. But I'll get up in court and swear that the Chester Riley I know is a man of intelligence, integrity, personality, and charm.
You'd do that for me?
Well, you're my best friend. For you, I'd gladly commit perjury.
Well, how much could I collect?
That depends on your lawyer. Now, if I was handling the case, I would say, gentlemen of the jury, once in a time, Chester Riley led a simple life, happy and contented, beloved by his family, respected by his neighbors. And then, this here picture, The Life of Riley, was released. From that day on, the Chester Riley that we knew and loved so well was no more. He became a pathetic object of contempt, subjected to the ridicule of the community, shunned by his friends, mocked at by his very wife and very children. This constant humiliation has left scars on his soul that will never heal. Broken in spirit, without the will to live, what is left but this miserable wretch? Today he is alone, friendless, a sociable outcast. Gentlemen of the jury, I ask you, how much shall he be paid for the unhuman suffering, the anguish, the mental torture he has suffered? How much, I ask you, how much?
Is $20 too much?
Plenty.
I'll take 15.
After a speech like that, you'll get 50,000.
50,000? Really?
Why, sure. With a smart lawyer, you can make them pay through your nose.
Through my nose, huh? Well, then we take him for a bundle. And now, Your Honor, I would like to call my next witness to the stand.
Riley, what are you doing?
Please, Peg, we're rehearsing for court.
What?
Please don't interrupt. Your Honor, I'm ready. Proceed. I call Junior Riley. Junior Riley to the stand. Do you swear, Junior?
Well, no, sir. I'm a Boy Scout.
Don't interrupt.
Oh, Riley, you must be out of your mind.
You'll see. I'm going to sue Universal for $50,000, and you'll have to be a witness, too. Take the stand, Peg.
Riley, I've got a sink full of dishes.
Mrs. Riley, in this picture they show a Chester Riley to be a big dope. But isn't it a fact that your husband, Chester Riley, is a man with a brilliant mind?
No.
Let me rephrase the question. Wouldn't you say that he's a man of great intelligence?
No.
Let me rephrase the question. Wouldn't you say he's a man of average intelligence?
Not the way he acts sometimes. Sometimes...
Get off the stand. A wife can't testify against her husband. Hey, Junior, where are you?
Oh, you're back, dear.
Yeah, I'll say I'm back, and is your face going to be red?
Oh, what happened, Daddy? Riley, you good...
Crazy, am I? Well, we'll see who's crazy when I show you what I have in my pockets.
You went to Universal Studios?
You bet I went.
And they let you in?
They not only let me in, but they took me right in to see the producer of this picture. A tall, skinny fellow with glasses. Everybody called him IB. This IB is a pretty shrewd cookie, but MR was just a little bit shrewder than him.
Well, who's MR?
Mr. Riley. I said to him, you're a producer, IB. Well, produce 50 grand and fast.
Oh, Riley, you don't mean to stand there and tell me they actually settled.
And how they settled? Oh, it wasn't easy. I said 50,000, IB, or I'll sue. Of course, at first he gave me a flat refusal. But then we started to bargain. I came down a little, he went up a little. I came down a little more, he went up a little more. But in the end, he paid off.
Oh, come on, Riley.
4 passes.
What?
Yeah, for the world premiere of The Life of Riley.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I might have known it. For a minute, I was crazy enough to think they gave you some money.
Well, you know, the trouble with you, Peg, you're money mad. All I care about is the principle. I won my fight.
But what's 4 passes?
What's 4 passes? This is for one of them high-class Hollywood premieres with lights and movie stars. They don't let everybody in there.
When is it, Pop?
It says on the ticket, world premiere, first public showing, Friday, March the 4th.
What theater?
The RKO Grand.
Oh, where's that?
Well, I don't know. You know how seldom I go to the movies. I'd rather eat at home.
RKO Grand? Look it up in the classified phone book, Junior. There it is.
Oh, okay, sis.
Yeah, and listen, everybody. Now, we don't want to feel out of place with all them stars there, so we'll have to dress up. I'll wear a tie, and Peg, you can wear something.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Hey, Pop, there's no RKO Grand listed.
Oh, there must be, Junior.
Say, maybe it was just a gag to get rid of you. Maybe there's no such theater.
What do you mean there's no such theater? You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, who are you phoning?
The producer who gave me the passes. You know where it is. Hello. Mr. Brecker's office, please. Junior, hand me a pencil there.
All right, here, Pop.
Yeah, wet the end.
Oh. Okay.
Hello, IB. This is Raliegh talking. Yeah, about them passes. How do you get to this here RKO Grand Theater? Where do I live? Well, 1313 Blueview Terrace. Yeah, okay, I got a pencil. Shoot. You take the Hollywood trolley. Uh-huh. Yeah, and then transfer. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you there at the premiere. Your son there is some wise guy. No RKO Grand, he says.
Well, how do you get there?
Well, I got all the directions written right down here. You take a Hollywood trolley to the Union Station. You transfer it to the Santa Fe Super Chief. 2 days later, you get to Chicago. Then you transfer it to a plane for Cincinnati, Ohio. And there you ask anybody, and they'll tell you where the RKO Grand... Cincinnati. It's in Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, hoo-hoo. Oh, ho-ho. Oh, yo-yo. What a revolting development this is.
Well, we'll bring you the second act of The Life of Riley in just a moment. And here she is, the girl everyone's talking about.
I'm Tallulah, the cube of proud, and I've got a little something to tell. Your hair can be radiant, oh, so easy. All you gotta do is take me home and squeeze me. I'm Tallulah, the cube of proud, and I'll make your hair look swell. It'll shine, it'll glow, so dandruff-free. For radiant hair, get a hold of me. Tallulah, the tube of proud shampoo.
Yes, folks, Tallulah's so right. Your hair can be radiant, oh so easy, with Prell, Procter & Gamble's Radiant Cream Shampoo. Because Prell leaves hair radiant the very first time you use it. Radiantly soft, radiantly smooth, radiantly shiny. Radiantly clean, too, because Prell removes unsightly dandruff in as little as 3 minutes. Doctors' examinations proved it. Prove it for yourself. Try Prell shampoo. And now back to the life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. And Riley is happy again because a few days ago, Universal Studios, as part of a publicity campaign, chose him as the typical Riley of Los Angeles and presented him with 4 railroad tickets and all expenses paid so the family could attend the world premiere of The Life of Riley in Cincinnati. Now we find our happy hero in the club car of the Santa Fe Super Chief.
Oh, I like this here club car, Junior. This is the way to travel.
Oh, it sure is, Pop.
2 lower berths for you and your sister, and a drawing room for your mother and me. You know, I haven't been on a train since our honeymoon to Niagara Falls. But it didn't compare to this. All we could afford was 1 upper berth for the both of us. So we managed. We took turns sleeping in it. Hey, where's your mother in bed, Junior?
Well, they're in the observation car. Pop, that girl there across the aisle.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she keeps looking at you, Pop.
Well, naturally. Junior, you don't seem to get it through your noodle that your old man is a celebrity. The most typical Riley in America. Guest of honor at a whole premiere. That's why she's staring at me.
You know who she is?
No.
Gloria LaGrange.
No kidding. The movie actress?
Yeah. And that fella with her is a movie actor, too. Richard Long.
Well, I wish she'd stop staring at me.
I think I'll go see where Mom is.
Yeah, okay, son.
Now, don't let that Gloria LaGrange flirt with you.
I can take care of myself. This may come as a surprise to you, but I was going out with women before you were born.
I'll see you later, Pop.
Yeah. All right, baby. Wonder why she keeps staring at me like that. Maybe I look funny or something. Maybe I forgot to... No, I've got my shoes on. No, she's telling that boy something.
I didn't know you were going to make the trip to the premiere, Gloria.
Just one of those last-minute things, Dick, and then the studio couldn't get me anything but an upper berth.
Say, that's what I've got, too.
I just can't sleep in an upper.
Yeah, it's tough, but what can you do about it?
Well, see that big character across the aisle there? The one who's wearing the sneakers?
Yeah, I noticed him before in the dining car. Well, the waiter gave him a bowl and he sipped it and said, gave him a finger bowl and he sipped it and said the tea was too weak.
Well, you know, he has a drawing room. I think I'll talk him into trading.
For an upper? You're dreaming.
Think so? Did you ever see my little old southern routine? I'm just irresistible.
Well, good luck.
When you got what I've got, you don't need much. Why, Colonel, I'll be declare. I'll never dream about going into the yard. Oh, my God, just sit down a minute.
No, wait a minute, miss. You can't sit here. My wife, I mean, it's taken. She'll be back.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I mistook you for a gentleman friend of mine. But I can see what a silly old mistake I made. There's no resembling. You're so much handsomer.
Have a seat.
Imagine my thinking you were Colonel Culpeppers of the Culpeppers of Alabama.
Oh, no. No, I'm one of the Rileys of California. Chester Riley.
Chester Riley?
Yeah.
But that's so formal and you're so friendly. I'm just going to call you Curly.
Oh, shucks. You shouldn't make fun of my nose that way. That's a nice train, ain't it, Ken?
Just a little old adorable train.
Say, was you into dinner tonight? Oh, they got such a cheap crowd on this here train. You should have seen all the people stirring their tea with their fingers.
I do declare, you're just too colorful. But I shouldn't be slicing when my little heart practically breaks.
Well, is there something wrong, miss?
I'm in the most desperate trouble, but why should I bore little old you? Talking about little old me and all my little old trouble.
Oh, no, there, little girl. You tell Colonel Riley all about it.
Oh, you're so kind. You great, big, wonderful you. Well, you see, I've got this here upper berth, and I've got claustrophobia, and my doctor says it would just be absolutely fatal if I had to stay with him one night in this little upper berth.
Arizona, we stop here for 2 minutes.
Oh, there you are, Riley.
Oh, Peg.
I've been looking all over this train for you. Come on, let's turn in, dear.
Not yet, Peg. Let's go take a walk on the platform, huh?
But we only stopped for a minute, and I'm tired. Come on, let's go to bed.
Yeah, but Peg, I don't... well, okay.
Well, where are you going? Our drawing room's down that way.
No. Well, the fact is, Peg, that we ain't sleeping in that drawing room. We changed.
Changed? But changed to where?
Wait, I'll go get a ladder.
A ladder?
Well, yeah, you see, there was some mistake, and, well, we got an upper berth.
But we had tickets for a drawing room.
Yeah, but that was a mistake. We'll manage. I'll go get the ladder.
So if you think for 1 minute I'm going to spend 2 nights in a cramped upper berth...
Be cramped? It'll be just for little old you and little old me.
Now, look here, Riley.
It'll be just like a second honeymoon. We'll take turns sleeping in it.
Now, Riley, you're hiding something from me.
No, honest, this is our berth here.
What's the matter there, folks? Having trouble finding your berth? Oh, you're Mr. Riley. You're the one who gave your drawing room to Gloria LaGrange. These gorgeous movie actresses. Good night, folks.
Jester Riley.
Now, wait a minute, Peg. I can explain.
You gave up
But I
our
couldn't help
drawing
it. She's a poor little old sick girl. She's got hydrophobia.
You are without a doubt the...
Now, wait a minute, Peg. Don't you go calling me names. I ain't just a nobody. Remember, I'm the most typical Riley.
You're the most typical something of all the idiots.
I ain't going to stand here and let you insult me.
You come back here.
I'm leaving this house, and I may never come back. Goodbye.
Riley, come back here.
I'm leaving this house, and I mean it. Goodbye. Nobody can talk to me that way in my own home. I ain't coming back in that house until you apologize. So it's no use you standing on that porch and... Yep, holy smoke! The house is moving. It's an earthquake. Oh, it's a train! Goodbye, Frank. Goodbye. Don't forget to ride. What a mess. Here I am stranded in this lonely town, and I don't know a living soul.
Neither do I, believe me.
Who's that?
It is I, Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker. Greetings, Riley. You're looking fine. Very natural.
I can't get over it, Digger. What are you doing here in this hole in the ground?
Please, let's not talk shop. You see, lately I've been working too hard, so the doctor advised me to get away and forget business. So I've been touring. First I went to Death Valley, then the underground caverns of New Mexico, and then Tombstone, Arizona.
Well, I was heading east until I got off the train by mistake. Now I don't know where I'll end up.
I can tell you. You'll accompany me to New York, where I'm attending a convention of the UEPLIS.
UEPLIS?
The Undertakers, Embalmers, and Pallbearers Life Insurance Society. We have a new policy. We cover you completely.
Listen, Digger, I'm on my way to the premiere of The Life of Riley. Can you drop me in Cincinnati?
Oh, you know me. I'll be glad to drop you anywhere. Come along. My vehicle is over here.
Oh, thanks, Digger. But can you get there in time for the opening?
Don't worry. I haven't missed an opening yet. Well, here's my vehicle. Slide in. We'd better be shoveling off.
Faster, Digger, faster.
Relax, Riley. I'm enjoying the sights of beautiful Cincinnati. Ah, there's Buzzy and Borgman.
I adore Buzzy and Borgman. They're so gay.
Pass the ticket. They told me at the hotel Peg and the kids were already at the theater.
Very well. Here's the theater.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at all those banners. Hello, Riley. Welcome to the Riley. Vote for Mayor Cash. Cincinnati greets the Riley. Hey, I guess I'm a pretty big man around here, huh? Oh, gee, what a crowd. Hope I can find Peg and the kids.
Well, farewell, Riley. As the jitterbugs say, I'll dig you later.
Goodbye, Digger. Yeah, I think I see Peg. Peg, Babs, Junior.
Riley, I thought you'd never get here. We were expecting you all afternoon.
Yeah, well, did you get my wire?
Yeah, yesterday.
I stopped at the hotel and they told me you were here. Listen, Peggy, you still sort me on account of Gloria LaGrange?
Oh, let's forget about it, dear. Well, we better go in now.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to miss the beginning, huh?
Tickets, please.
I don't need a ticket. I'm Riley.
Sorry, you'll have to have a ticket.
But I'm the guest of honor.
Give him your ticket, but you're holding up the line.
But I'm Chester Riley from Los Angeles. You know, the most typical Riley family.
So what? I'm Herman Riley, and this is my wife Gertrude, the most typical Rileys of Peoria. And back of me is Marmaduke Riley, the most typical Riley of Kalamazoo. And Mr. and Mrs. Neil Riley, which was sent here by truth or consequences. There's 400 typical Rileys here from all over the country. So give the man your typical ticket.
Peg, I don't understand.
It's true, dear. Give the man your ticket.
Come on, you're holding up the line.
Daddy, you've got a ticket, haven't you?
Well, no, I...
Well, where is it?
Well, the fact is, you see, Peg, well, I lost it. Yeah, that's it. I had it in my shirt, see? And while passing through Newport, Kentucky, I lost my shirt. So that's why I haven't got a ticket, see?
Mr. Riley, I just can't thank you all enough for giving me your little old ticket.
Oh, don't mention it, Gloria.
Riley, did you?
Well, I met her in the hotel and she was crying. She didn't have a ticket for her little old grandmammy,
Thank
so...
you again, Mr. Riley. See y'all later. Come on, grandmammy.
Come in, Gloria, sweetheart.
Chester Riley, you are without a doubt. Well, if you are foolish enough to give up your ticket, then it's your hard luck. But we're going to see the picture. Come on, children.
No, Peg, wait. Dad, Junior, don't leave me. Dad, come... I came 2,000 miles and now I won't see the picture. Oh, poor little old me.
The Rileys will return in just a moment. Well-groomed hair is well-groomed hair. Yes, that's what millions of folks discover when they use Prell, Procter & Gamble's Radiant Cream Shampoo. Because Prell leaves hair well-groomed two ways. First, Prell leaves hair more radiant than ordinary cream shampoos. And it's true in hardest water. Second, Prell removes unsightly dandruff in as little as 3 minutes. Doctors' examinations prove it. And Prell's economical, too. Goes farther than any known shampoo because it's more concentrated. Try it yourself. As Tallulah says,
I'm Tallulah, the tube of Prell, and I'll make your hair look swell. It'll shine, it'll glow so dandruff-free. For radiant hair, get a hold of me. Tallulah, the tube of Prell shampoo.
Oh, why did I have to miss the Life of Riley picture?
Well, you've only got yourself to blame. Gloria LaGrange.
Oh, now.
All a pretty girl has to do is put on a phony southern accent and flutter her eyelashes at you, and you act like a big dumb hick.
Yeah, I do not. That ain't so. And I don't care to discuss it. Let's go to sleep.
Well, all right. Oh, I feel like reading in bed. Oh, Riley, go down the lobby and get me some magazines.
Oh, now I'm tired, Peg.
Oh, come on, Riley. Now, please.
Oh, you can go. You read tomorrow.
Oh, come on, honey child. Won't y'all go down the lobby and get some little old magazines for little old me?
Why, sure I will, little old sugar plum. How many shall I... wait a minute, you all trapped me.
This broadcast came to you from the RKO Grand Theater in Cincinnati, one of the 200 theaters now showing The Life of Riley motion picture. Procter & Gamble invites you to join us again next week to hear The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. Mrs. Riley is Paula Winslow. Digger Odell is John Brown. Babs is Barbara Eiler. Junior is Tommy Cook. The script is by Alan Lipscott, Reuben Shipp, and Dick Powell. Music by Lou Cosmo. The Life of Riley is produced by Irving Brecker. And remember, for more radiant hair, free of unsightly dandruff, get the shampoo in the tube. P-R-E-L-L. Prell Shampoo.
Sure, Mom. I want to help with the housework, but no dishwashing. It takes so long, and it's so hard on my hands.
Well, you can solve that problem with... Yes, wonderful Ivory Snow. Your own hands will tell you why it's so wonderful for dishwashing. Use Ivory Snow in the dishpan, as so many women do. When you see how it pampers your hands, you'll know it's ideal for dishwashing. Ivory mild, ivory pure, yet it's granulated for instant sudsing. No soap is faster for dishes or kinder to hands than Ivory Snow. The only soap, both ivory mild and granulated for efficiency. There's no other soap like it. For speedier dishwashing, for snow white hands, try wonderful Ivory Snow. This is Ken Niles reminding you to tune this NBC station every Friday night for Jimmy Durante, Eddie Cantor, Red Skelton, and The Life of Riley. Good night.